champions. Okay, all right. Let me take out this background real quick. Boom, boom. We in the kitchen, but because we didn't want the chill along to start late, we had to, hop on while we still in the kitchen. So pardon this. Um, it is what it is. We can call it, getting the food ready with bots. Yeah, I didn't want to burn my chicken, you know. So I'd rather stay here for the last like 10 minutes of this chicken while it's still chickening, and then we can go on and have the eat along as usual. So, this is the explanation for the settings that you're not familiar with. But yeah, PSG versus Aston Villa. Dortmund versus Barcelona. What? We talking big games today. We talking somebody going home today. Let's look at the lineup. We got Martin, Araujo, Kurbasi, and Kunde as the back four for Barcelona. Frankie de Jong, Ten Hag's soulmate, and Gavi in the middle, and then the Fermin Lopez up front, in front of them, and then Rafinha, Lamine Yamal, and Lewandowski as the three forwards. So it's going to be flick ball. Let's remember that Dortmund is trailing on aggregate. They're trailing 4-0. So pretty much like if Barcelona score one goal, it's done. Or rather, let's say the game is done. At 4-0, are they going to do something? I doubt it. It would be a miracle of miracles. It'll be a miracle of miracles if they did it. By the way, if you want to, I'll show the food when it's ready. How about that? Don't worry about the process. The process is processing right now. Have we kicked off yet? Let's see. They were just reading the lineup for Barcelona. Let's look at the lineup for Dortmund as we're about to kick off. Dortmund. I really think this game is the one that's done. The one that's more interesting is the Aston Villa one. So for the Dortmund lineup, we got Kobel in goal, Anton, Sule, and there's no Hummels. There is no Hummels. I wonder why. Let's see. Is Hummels injured or is being told to sit on the bench? Or did he retire? Because that guy been playing forever. And it's weird to see Dortmund line up without him. Anyway, Koto is the right wing back. Sevenson is the left wing back / left back. Pascal Gross, former Brighton player, and Mecha, who is German. Felix Mecha is another midfielder for Dortmund. And then up front, they have Girassi in the middle, Adeyemi on the right, and Beya on the left. That's the Dortmund lineup. And then for the other match that's more interesting, that's already kicked off, Aston Villa versus PSG. Emi Martinez in goal. Konsa, Torres is the two center backs. Digne, Luca Digne on left back. Matty Cash on right back. Onana and Kamara in the middle, and Tielemans ahead of Onana and Kamara. And then Morgan Rogers on left wing, and McGinn is on the right. Interesting. And Marcus Rashford up front. So Champions League night for Marcus Rashford. Europa League night for us, Man United. It happens on Thursday. So anyway, big up yourself if you're just joining. You could have been anywhere. I appreciate you for being here. Yeah. Aston Villa looking for the early goal because they're trying to make up for a 2 goal deficit versus PSG because the scoreline in the first leg was 3-1 PSG. So, really, that's where the action is. If you want drama, that's what the drama is. Hummels plays for Roma. Really? When did he go to Roma? Wow. Matt Hummels, who has been at Dortmund for ever since the beginning of time, he is now at AAS Roma. That is so true. Because he's been in Dortmund, Bayern, hopping between Dortmund and Bayern Munich all his life. And now, all of a sudden, in a 20-year career, he chooses a club that's different. Because he literally started his career at Bayern Munich Youth and then went to, under 17, under 19, second team, first team, and then Dortmund, and then Bayern Munich, and then Dortmund, and then Bayern Munich, and then Dortmund, and then Bayern. Man, it's like Hummels he wanted a transfer, but he didn't want to leave Germany for a whole 25 years of playing, almost crazy. He left last summer. Incredible. I'm in the kitchen. You want to see what I'm? No, we just got chicken. I knew somebody was gonna say this. All right, let me show you. The chicken is chickening right there. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You see the chicken? Things are going on. Once is like a few more minutes, and then it'll be ready. He was supposed to come to Madrid for free, but Perez said no. You guys and your free things. Wait, what? Are you not in the what? Are you not watching Temba? If you wanna pop up, by the way, the link is in the chat. True. Looks yummy, says Yale. Yay! When you're in the kitchen, people just want to see what's cooking. It makes sense. It makes sense. We got good things cooking. Dinner will be served in 10 minutes. So if you're hungry, don't leave. You've come to the right place. We gonna feast today. We definitely gonna feast today. Big up yourself if you're just joining in. Doctor in the building as well. Men like Pav in the house. Big up, Pav.
Yo.
The man like.
Can you hear me, but
Yes, sir.
can't lie, man. That chicken looks like pigeon, bro.
Bro, it's just chicken wings that've been cut up already. You know, he said like, shut up.
It might be pigeon, you know.
You don't know nothing, bro. You don't know nothing. Let me show you. I got a PhD in cooking. You see this? This is one of my secret sauces. Liquid smoke. You put that in the chicken. Some people don't even know what liquid smoke is. If you don't know, it's okay. It's okay. One day you'll know. Man, I wish I actually showed the process, the seasoning process. You would have seen how magic happens. Which game are you tuned into, by the way, Villa or the Dortmund one?
Villa game, innit?
Yeah.
I mean, that Barca Dortmund game is already over anyway. Like,
yeah, 4-0 is a very big mountain to climb.
Oh man.
Are you using MSG on your chicken? No, I'm not. But I do have MSG salt. It's funny because it's not like FDA approved or something. I also use this.
PSG are on the attack. Oh, yeah, that's a free kick, ref. Wow, didn't give it.
Whoa. Villa.
What
Come on,
minute are
Mark.
you on?
I'm on 740 for the Villa game. And 5:39 on Dortmund game. Are you really ahead?
I'm about 40 seconds ahead, isn't it?
Oh, okay. I see PSG. That's a free kick. This is what you were talking about. This is the free kick you were talking about. Wow, Dortmund trying to score quickly also versus Barcelona. That'll be the craziest comeback. If they can score 5. Yeah. So Marcus Rashford, as it is, Marcus Rashford is going to get sent off. Uh-oh. The referee has been asked to go look at the monitor. Dortmund might have a penalty here. This could be interesting drama. Hey, shout out to RSV in the building, by the way. RSV says that that chat goes into full detail on why everybody failed at the club. Which chat? RSV. Let me know. Temba, how you doing, brother?
I'm good, Papi. I can see you cooking again, Mr. Chef.
Well, I'm on Master Chef settings today.
Honestly, you should have showed us audio process, man.
I should have started from the beginning, from like what you do
Yeah.
when you take it from the supermarket. We'll do that next time.
Yeah.
So you see how
Dortmund are trying though. Dortmund
this
are
is
trying
this,
to score.
this is one of the secrets.
Oh,
Go on.
South African
Pass the
stuff.
ball. Wow, that was terrible. Oh my god. Oh, that was bad keeping. That was bad keeping.
Is that Martinez or Donnarumma?
Martinez.
I'm
1-0
not.
PSG.
I'm not surprised. I don't know how did he win the best keeper ahead of Ronald Williams. I don't understand.
Yeah,
That guy
that
is
was robbery. That was
honestly,
robbery.
man.
How's
Oh,
I
come
just
on,
saw
man.
the goal.
Come on, man.
Hakimi
Hakimi, come
4-1
on.
in aggregate.
I think it's a pen for Dortmund.
Yeah, Dortmund have a penalty for sure. Big up Bali Tech.
Yo. This is the football power hour. Have no fear because Bally Tech is here. We in
Yes,
the
sir.
that?
building.
Do you know what? Yeah, Martinez, like, I don't know, man. Like, got that Anana voodoo on him there.
Maybe goalkeeping is hard, guys, and we just don't know. Could we have thought about that?
No, honestly,
Goalkeeping
Either
ain't
man.
that,
hard, bro.
I
You got
think it's
one
the
job.
era of dodgy keepers, man. I think that it is like the goalkeepers back in the day. They were world class. Like
No, like
nowadays, how many
Yeah,
world
but
class keepers are there?
why do you think the goalkeeping is poor these days? Because every club now wants their goalkeeper to kick the ball instead of saving the ball.
Yeah. And that's the problem, Vab. I agree with you, man. Honestly, because in my own opinion, a goalkeeper should just know how to do one to stop shot. I don't understand this thing of whereby we are seeing everybody want to play from the back. And that makes them make a lot of mistakes.
yeah.
Do the simple stuffs. Penalty to Dortmund.
Wow.
That could be.
Villa are
Guressi.
getting absolutely cooked, bro.
Wow, slapping.
Guressi. Can you score that? Because you missed one over the weekend, man.
Do you know what? I'm still pissed, yeah, that we never signed Hakimi, you know.
Bro, that's for me my dream right back, Forget
But
Freeform.
do you know the reason why we didn't sign Hakimi?
Oh,
Yeah.
that's bad, man. What a pen. What a pen.
Basically, You know Ed Woodward, right?
Yeah.
Ed Woodward had a meeting with Hakimi and Hakimi's representatives, yeah,
His mom.
and then they all get into talking and everything else, and then they asked like who he is and what position he plays, and then that's when the management said, "No, he's not signing for this club."
What?
Like you
And he's
don't
a
know
Man United
Hakimi
fan as well. He's a Man United
from
fan.
Madrid. You don't know him.
He wanted to play for us.
That's a disgrace, man. You don't know Hakimi.
Wow.
They
Hakimi.
didn't even know who they was talking to.
Damn.
Are you mad? Hakimi have played for Madrid, win stuff, go to Inter Milan, win stuff as well before he went to PSG.
Wow.
And they don't know him.
Ed
It's
Woodward.
crazy, man.
For me, he's so solid, Hakimi. I don't understand why anybody would pass up on a talent like that. You should be trying
But
to
it's
get
not that they passed up on him. It's that they didn't know who he was. They wanted him, but their management felt like it was a disrespect.
Damn.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it is. For you not to know Hakimi, he has played for Madrid, played for Inter Milan, and somehow they don't know him.
Oh wait, he was at Real Madrid.
Yeah, he
It
came
was
from
a Real
from
Madrid
academy.
player.
No,
Yeah.
he was at Dortmund on loan from Real Madrid, and Dortmund couldn't afford to buy him, so Madrid sold him to Inter.
Wow.
I don't even think he played first team football for Madrid.
No, he did. Just that at that point in time, it was very tough, man, to get into the starting 11 for Madrid. So it was very tough. Not like now.
But his breakout season was for Dortmund on loan, and then because Madrid didn't obviously want to, they obviously had Carvajal over him, but
Okay.
I think they sold him to Inter for like 40 mil or something, and then Inter sold him for like 50 plus.
Wow.
PSG.
But he was close to going Chelsea, but his ex-missus, didn't want to go to Chelsea because she wanted to pursue her acting career in France.
Word.
And then she obviously tried to rob him in the divorce and got slapped.
Big time.
No, I mean, man signed over all his money and property to his mum way before.
Whoa. It's crazy, man.
Pep should have gotten a lesson from Hakimi.
Pep? Nah.
Yeah, how to survive divorce.
I think more people have started to do that. I've seen that there's a couple of footballers who have done that now.
I've even heard of basketballers doing that as well.
Wow.
The one person Pep needs to go and learn from is Enzo Fernandez. Ever since he had the divorce, man have been balling out as well.
Oh, that's
I don't get why these I don't know. Let's just say anyone with bare dollar and it's your dollar that you've made yourself. Why not just sign a pre-nub or is it a pre-num, whatever you call it?
You see the problem with those things, yeah, is I think people have found out that they're not really airtight. That's why you have to resort to other means sometimes.
Or resort to Ronaldo's means. We just say
Because I'm trying to remember. You know the guy in Fast and Furious. What's his name again? The singer.
What Jarl? Is it Jarl? No, it's not Jarl.
No.
Ludacris.
No,
Yeah.
no. The singer, the R&B singer.
Yeah, Ludacris.
No, he's not. He's a rapper. He's not an R&B singer. You know who I'm talking about? The bald one.
Yeah.
Anyhow, he married this woman. He had a prenup
you on
with
about
her.
Tyrese?
Yeah. He married this woman. He had a prenup with the woman. The woman agreed, that the money that he's been making had nothing to do with her. She signed this prenup, everything, and now she basically blew open the prenup, that she signed herself. And now the judge has gone against the prenup and he's been ordered to pay her some money. And because he's refused to pay this money, they've put him in jail.
Are you serious?
Yeah, in America they don't mess around. If they order you to pay some money to your wife and that, and you're not paying the child support and the stuff that surrounds the marriage, then you go to jail, isn't it? It's a normal thing.
Yeah.
Oh.
But
There's actually
this is a woman. She's fleecing him, yeah, and it's not like this woman is already making six figures,
yeah.
yeah. So he married a woman that it's not like she needs his money. She's got her own money,
She got her
but
own.
because she's greedy, she would rather see him go to jail because she wants more money.
Wow.
But it is where it is. Some of these men have to. These men have to go through the pain to learn. Look at some of these billionaires. These men are getting divorced and end up giving the missus untold amount of billions.
Mm,
Yeah, all because you wanted to marry someone. It's
damn.
crazy.
Damn.
It's crazy.
It's crazy big time, man. Polytech.
So
And
I
the,
think they even said some of the richest women in the world, right? Shout out to the women. You lot are very smart. Some of the richest women in the world, yeah,
Not to be
they're
trusted.
they're rich, yeah, through divorce.
Yeah,
it's
John Bezos'
it's
wife was one of
so
them.
it's a way
John
to get
Bezos'
rid of
wife.
people. For whose wife?
John Bezos.
Oh,
Yeah, but they agreed to separate and shit, and he gave her half without any court battles or nothing. He said half of what was his was hers.
Yeah,
And she
because he's a
became
simp, innit?
she became the richest man in what in the planet just by that.
It's simping
big
it out, man.
big up, doctor.
You
I
bet
think
you got to watch out, bots in it for Dot Man. She might do you the same one day, bro.
This
Oh
became
yeah.
very red pillish all of a sudden
Why?
because we went from watching football to like,
did
oh
you?
my god, and
Oh,
No,
you
Julia, we're doing red
we were talking
pills.
about Hakimi's uh
Right?
situation
Hey,
Yes, I
and
know,
bots.
and
how he
I know,
avoided losing all his money.
Hey,
I
bots.
know,
She might take
but
half of your pigeon wings, bro. You better watch out.
she doctor, you gonna take half the subscribers? Is that how
yeah,
it works?
we'll do that.
Oh, what? No
Definitely.
denying that there's a marriage between
But
you two. Okay, we see.
yeah,
Shut up.
but just before you say it's red pillish, yeah, no one said nothing about red pill, yeah. All was discussed was yeah, but you know the prenups are not airtight. That was it. Yeah,
Yeah, but then
there's no red pill propaganda or nothing. This is facts, yeah.
I know, and I agree with you. Um, not all prenups are
So,
airtight,
wait, let me
but
get this right. Yeah. So, Diddy's ex gets half of his baby oil.
because what?
No. Diddy's ex don't get shit. More like Guardiola's wife can pick the trophies she wants. From the treble, she
No,
can
but
say, like
the thing is,
taking
you
FA Cup.
people forget that marriage is a union. Yeah, and we're supposed to support each other
No, no,
reciprocally.
no. Forget all that. Forget all that. Sorry, forget all that.
Anyone in a relationship, yeah.
No, 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 no. But I'm just saying, yeah. You see what you're trying to explain? There's a lot of men and women that ain't trying to hear that. Yeah. So as an example, I'm trying to remember what city this was. Yeah? But basically, she was like the breadwinner in the relationship, and she ended up having to pay out alimony for a lot of years to her ex-husband, and she's like, he's an
It
able-bodied man.
was
So
it Kelly
even
Clarkson? It sounds like Kelly
no,
Clarkson's story.
no,
Or
no,
Adele.
no. What? It wasn't her that I'm talking about.
Oh,
Um,
was it Adele? Because it also kind of sounds like Adele's ex-ish.
no, it wasn't. It wasn't Adele. But shout out to Adele if that happened to her. But yeah, like
No, don't you think
it happens to
Adele's
women as
ex?
well.
I know that.
Don't
I
you
know
guys
that.
think Adele's ex deserves a little something from like the Fire album that she made?
No,
I mean, if he was a producer or writer, yeah. But like, if not, then no.
this is the thing. Yeah, you see how when the tables are turned, he don't deserve a penny.
Wait, I never.
And look at this. What
You
is
know what?
what is this, man?
You know what? I also just came on. I came online to say it wasn't Ludacris you were talking about. It was Tyrese. Oh
Yeah,
my
I know we
god!
gathered that.
No, but you guys kept us. You
No,
guys
we
kept
said
on saying,
Tyrese.
"Oh, I was pissed because I mean Ludacris can sing, but he's not a singer." Oh, and also I know maybe there's some this generation people who don't know that Ludacris didn't start out as a, an actor. He was a rapper before. So whoever's watching it didn't know that Ludacris started out as an actor, as a musician. So whoever's watching it didn't know that. Just Google it.
Mate, Ludacris, yeah, Ludacris. There used to be one particular song that Ludacris used to have. Yeah, anytime this comes on in a party, fights start happening.
Oh, which one? Move! Get out
Yeah,
the
yeah. That one. Anytime that happen, it's crazy. It gets
way.
crazy in there.
What? So you frying your wings or you grilling them?
I'm frying them, sir.
Man, you gotta
I,
grill that thing, bro. What are you doing?
Yeah, air
Bucks.
fry them.
What have I
Innit,
told you?
man?
What have I
Man.
told you about your cholesterol? We're trying to stay alive for long, you know.
Man,
Exactly.
the fried stuff is so good, man. What are you talking about?
No, you're supposed to air fry them or grill them.
Nah, man. I have an air fryer. I've never used it. It's right here. Maybe we should.
Don't get me wrong. The oily food tastes amazing, but I don't want the doctors to retire you from eating that food.
No. I
That's
Boss,
balance.
do you
true.
know what you need
It
to
needs
get?
to
You
be
need to
your own choice.
boss, you need to get that Ninja health grill thing indoor. It's like an indoor barbecue grill. It's actually decent. Get one of
Oh,
them.
okay.
I think like out there it must only cost you like around $120 or so.
Okay. I didn't know that they make that because I've gotten
Yeah,
some of
it's only just really come out. I got one like a month ago. Pretty much George Foreman in the bin.
that. Word. Yeah. No. Eventually, I do balance it out by working out. I've been working out, guys. So
Oh yeah.
yeah.
So what are you saying? Your press up game good? Yeah. Do you do 50 press ups clean, or do you mess around?
I'm at 30 press ups right now.
But
Working my way
man,
to 50. I know.
but
I
man,
do
I
2 or
thought
3
you was
sets of
that
30.
guy.
No, 2 to 3 sets of 30. Then I'm like, all right,
Bruv, you should be able to do 50 clean.
I
Clean
know,
50.
I know.
I do sets of 50, yeah?
Yeah.
So you should be able to do that, bruv.
I'm working my way there. It's gonna take a minute.
I do 5 sets of 50, you know.
Shit. Nah, if you do 50, then you're in really good shape.
Nah, you can be in bad shape and do it. It's just muscle memory, innit?
Nah. Muscle capability, man.
Not that I'm implying that I'm in bad shape. Like I'm in decent shape.
Oh. Yale says marriage in no way. You choose the option that you leave marriage with what you own. Yeah.
Oh, what a
That's an
goal.
option.
What a
That's an
goal.
option.
Oh wow,
Mendes.
Villa, bro. That guy has got 2 and 2, bro.
What am I hearing
Yeah.
about?
Man United
hearing-
almost signed Mendes and we were just messing around.
I'm hearing about possibly what? Who to United? Oh God, why did I forget? Mate,
We were acting
Ramsdale.
like we ain't got no formal credit rating when we were dealing with him.
Oof, that was a good goal. That was a good
You know
goal.
when the agent flies in for talks because he really wants to sign for Man United, and Man United are like, oh, so yeah, we're gonna pay
Bro,
you this.
look how is it 4v2? Like, bro, our salvation, yeah, of Arsenal getting knocked out of this competition is PSG, bro. PSG and
Bro,
no one.
This is what a wing back should be giving you, curling it into the far corner. This is what a
No,
wing back is supposed to give you.
not
Like,
Dogo.
I'm not even criticizing Dorgu, yeah? Do you know why? Because we could have signed Alvaro and they said, no, we don't want Alvaro, we want this guy. So it's like, all right, cool. Say no more.
There's a wing back at Girona who's like really good. I think he's a bit old. I can't remember his name. Gutierrez or something. I can't remember.
Yeah.
Spanish guy. He's a good wing back. And there's another one at Atletico Madrid. There's a Brazilian guy. I can't remember his name, but he's a bit aged as well though. But for someone like if you need a rotational one, them two are decent. They shouldn't cost too much, but.
Bro,
I,
Alvaro
I,
was only going to cost us 11, I think like 11 million to bring him back or something like that.
Yeah, but I don't want too many youngsters now, innit? Like it's doing my head in, man. Like we're moving like
Yeah.
Chelsea, and look at them. Like at the
Yeah, but
minute,
you're saying this, but this guy's proven. I was watching, yeah, because I started to watch the Portuguese league, yeah, because of I was scouting Jokeres and Quenda and some of the other players that might come to Man United. And every time I see Benfica, Alvaro's putting in that ball for an assist. Yeah. That's not what we're getting right now with and that guy cost us even more money than Alvaro did. So I don't know. I don't know what they're doing at the club. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know what they're doing.
I just want the game on Thursday to be over with. We're through. It's another couple of weeks that I watch football for. If we're out, that's it. Me for the season is done. I don't watch another United game, and I don't watch any other football.
Damn.
It is what it is, isn't it?
And I'm pretty sure Alvaro and Dorgu are similar age.
Probably only the Champions League. To be fair, I was watching. That's it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, the final, yeah, or the build up to the final.
No. I obviously, yeah. I watched the semis and whatnot, but if Arsenal are in the final, I'm not watching it.
What about Club World Cup? You gotta see that.
No, I'm not watching that. For what?
No, I'll watch it because it's never been a thing before. So I need to see to the extent of how big that competition is. Because apparently they're going to get 100 million for winning.
I know in Miami here in it is Al Nassr in it, Ronaldo's team.
I'm not sure.
He's not yet. Anasai is not there.
They're not there.
Yeah, I don't know how Inter Miami was able to get in India. I don't understand how.
It's
they
fraudulent,
didn't. They automatically got given a place. Like the whole competition's fraudulent already.
Rubbish, man.
And what's going on with Man City? I thought these charges were meant to be like made public, and they were supposed to be given a verdict in February. It's fucking almost like middle of April now.
I just need to know what qualifies into Miami for that space.
I don't even understand. I don't.
Them Villa fans are regretting Rashford number 9, boy.
He's thinking it out, man. Rashford is just thinking it out, man. I don't know why Unai did not play Asensio.
I don't know why they stopped playing Rashford on the left like they was before, because wasn't he playing all right for them over there?
Yeah, it's weird. He's now like that central striker, which is
well, Watkins come off the bench the other day and scored a proper sick goal. Like, why isn't? I'm surprised he's not starting again. He didn't play the first game. Didn't start the first game either. So,
you know, sometimes managers do strange decisions that the fans can't understand, and I think this is probably another thing. He might not want Rashford no more, so he started to play him in the middle to show the hierarchy. No matter what, we're not signing Rashford.
That's not down to him anyway. He could just easily say, "Look, we don't need him. Send him back. Don't pay you the 40 mil." It's not like he needs to show them that he can't do anything. But maybe I don't know. Maybe he's just trying to use Rashford for the stretch of pace.
I personally think sometimes managers do make strange calls in order to justify why they want something. It's like me and you have a meeting. I'm like, right, Pab, I need a striker. And you're like, bruv, what do you mean you need a striker? You got Rasmus Højlund and you got Joshua Zirkzee, like, and you got Chido Obi. Nah, you ain't getting a striker. And then you start trying to play them, and they start performing stinkers week in, week out, and then you do a cheeky move like put Kobe Manu up front to say, look, I ain't got no strikers, they're all shit. So maybe, you know.
Yeah, but doing it in your most important game of the season is crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I think Jose Mourinho done something similar. I think he was just trying to prove a point. He put someone in a position that they shouldn't have been in, and people are like, "Why is he trying to make us lose on purpose for?" Oh, go Tillemans.
Oh, Yuri Tillemans?
Yeah,
The guy United should have signed.
deflection.
I still don't understand why United did not go to Leicester City to sign Madison and Tillemans when they went to relegation.
Nah, not
I
Madison,
hear you.
man.
I don't really hear you with the Tillemans, but I would have preferred Madison than Tillemans. I ain't gonna lie. I think Madison's a better player than him. But
Yeah, Madison would have been a good sub for Bruno.
No,
Oh, nice.
Sub, he would have been starting, bruv. I don't know about Sub.
no, he wouldn't. He'd been injured as well all the time.
Fair enough with the injuries, but he's like apart from Bruno,
Tillemans a good player, but he's too slow, man. The guy's got no pace about him, man.
apart from Bruno, yeah, I don't think we have like central like attacking midfielders better than Madison. Apart from because Bruno to me he's like world class. I don't really see any
Nah,
other.
Bruno's not world class, man.
Well, I think he is. I think he goes and cooks in any fucking team. That's my personal opinion. Personally, I don't see him on the bench in any team. Like you can name the team. Real Madrid is playing. Like if he goes Barca, he's playing. Like I don't see what team is not starting this geezer.
Yeah.
I don't see a team around that's not starting him.
Same.
Like this is the thing. We destroy our people, and then when they go to other team, they're like, "Oh, we shouldn't have sold him."
Yeah.
Oh, did he just do Hakimi's leg in? Why is he grabbing his leg, bro? What's going on?
Ooh, it looked like it's like his knee got stuck into the turf as it was sliding.
And then Hakimi kicked him.
Yeah, because he kind of made his knee buckle. It looked like he made Yeah, I would have done the same thing. He's a dickhead.
Damn.
Yeah, I would have kicked him in the face and all, bro. After all of that. Yeah, out my way, man. Dickhead.
Hey, big
You know
up
what?
in the building. What you say? We're making some chicken and rice with the avocado, you know.
Hey,
done.
bots, man. You need to start. You need to start cooking for us. You know, it's only doctor that's tasted all this food that you have to offer.
You know.
But behind the scenes, she's just eating all of Bots's food behind the
Please,
scenes.
guys.
You know, people don't even know these like a.
What is this?
Guys, you don't know how talented I am in the kitchen.
Well, you're always eating, so I'm assume that you know what you're doing, bro.
Eventually, I gotta.
Of course. What is? What is this thing I'm hearing about a Ramsdale link to United?
Ramsdale. God forbid.
Nah.
Yes.
That's
I know.
Yeah, he has been to United. He has been to
You know
United.
what's funny? People hate Onana so much that I won't be surprised if they
That's my
start
point.
demanding Ramsdale. And the
Hi,
thing
God.
is,
We'll get
you should
relegated.
never, you should, in my humble opinion, you should never dislike a player so much to the point where you're happy to sign a player that's also shit just to get rid of him.
Exactly. Exactly.
I don't believe he's better
Like,
than. I don't think he's better than Onana.
I don't think so either. I just think they're both. I just
I
think they're
don't
both
think either.
not good enough.
But
I just think they're both not good enough. They're both in the same boat for me.
Hey, look at that! Look at that! Look at that comparison.
oh no, Ramsdale is worse. Ramsdale is worse.
Look, you're not making.
Ramsdale is worse, guys.
Yeah,
I'm looking.
yeah.
I've seen it. It's like a C for effort.
Shut up. C plus, you said.
The chicken looked like it's still alive, bro. What's going on?
I know.
Shut up, bro.
If you had air fried it, it would have been a lot better. Trust and believe.
No. This shit is kicking the way it is. It's fire.
Ooh, Mickey's out here
Come on,
traveling with Qatar Airways. Shout out to Qatar Airways. I've heard great things about Qatar Airways.
That's my airline. I travel nothing but that airline.
I've been on Qatar Airways
Really?
before, and let me just tell you, the service is blinding on there, mate. Very good service on that flight. Not only was the service
only-
good, but the flight attendants were, they were something, you know,
My
they
only issue
were
with Qatar
created by God
Airways.
very well. You know, I'll just say that.
They just you handpicked them.
Yeah, God broke the mold when He made those flight attendants. You know.
Nice. My only problem about Qatar Airways is if I want to go to Ghana, it's gonna be a long haul. I have to go all the way to Qatar, then fly from Qatar to Ghana. It doesn't make any sense. So I might as well do the KLM, Air France, British Airways. Oh my God, let me not talk about British Airways because lately they have been trying it.
Oh yeah.
You know?
What's the problem?
Yeah.
Delaying flights, canceling people's flights. What else? Just overall rude, expensive.
Damn.
Just
Yeah, sounds like my kind of airline, isn't it? How I treat people.
Don't you get British Airways points and all of this? Have you not got a
Avios.
card?
yeah,
for that?
yeah.
Fabulous points.
Well, my sister has that. So we when it, like for example, what if I want to buy a ticket with British Airways, I use her card, then I give her the
Okay.
money. It's a because I don't fly enough for me to get one myself. You know.
I see.
Nice.
Who's been booked?
Don't
Who
worry.
was
Bots is ready to
McGinn.
flew you out.
I mean,
Yeah. Once we make the YouTube money.
You're like,
See,
yeah,
I don't believe Doc's got a man because there's too much sus stuff that happens.
nah, she's taken, man.
Nah, I don't
I
believe
am
it.
taken.
I don't
What?
believe it.
No, like what do I have to? What point do I have to prove? What do you want to see?
You haven't really got nothing to
get
prove,
him.
yeah.
Get him
But
on the mic. Get him on the mic.
Currently, he's not
You
around
haven't
me
got
right
nothing
now.
to prove, yeah. But don't act like I couldn't see your reflection when Bots was doing that cinnamon challenge in the window. Don't act like I see
That
that
was not
reflection
me.
still. Yeah, of course that was you.
What reflection?
I see Doctor in the reflection.
We live in the UK.
Yeah, you can visit though, innit?
Damn. Why am I looking at flights back home on Qatar Airways and they're telling me it's £1,000? Damn.
Hey, Bots, where are you in America?
Ask the doctor, she'll tell you.
But I don't want any trouble or issues. I beg you. I know where you live, but still.
How?
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
so why is that
Wow.
then? Why is
Wow.
that then?
Wow. You know where you live.
Two.
Hmm.
You guys
Interesting.
would cross travel, you know. It breaks families' homes apart. That's what you guys would do. So please respect the doctor's person.
And
Well,
I respect it. I respect the boss lady energy still. I'm respecting it.
oh, damn. Wow.
That's got to be a goal.
I'm
That. Oh wow, ref. That's a pen, no? Oh,
no. So, guys, I'm checking out. Like my sister and I were discussing, like visiting Japan, and we were
Okay.
like, "Oh, let's share." I said I'd do the like check price tickets. Yeah, I'm on Google Flights, and these people are giving me crazy quotes for flights to Japan. Ah, I might as well just stay in the UK and go to
How much? How much
like
is
do a
it?
day trip to some
How much
2K
is it?
for one person. At
Wait, how
least
much?
£2,000.
2,000.
£2,000.
with who?
Yeah.
Is that including the hotel or
Uh,
without the hotel?
no, without the hotel.
So that's just the flight.
Yeah.
What are you trying to go in the summer or when?
Yeah, summer. I feel like we have to look at the quieter months. Maybe. I don't know.
Sometimes you gotta do that. Two
What's up?
two grand for two grand for a flight ticket sounds a bit pricey though, especially when the hotel's not included in that. That
Yeah.
sounds on the
But then again,
pricier
my
side.
sister and I are more
No,
like
you because
we're
it
more
is
like
far. It is a far place to go to, so
yeah.
I can understand it being between
No, but
1,200
we
to
went to
1,500 because I pay 1,200 just to go India the couple of months. So, but
but
obviously that
they
was
went
with Qatar. But I could have got it cheaper for like 900. But I didn't want to travel with loads of Indians, man. I couldn't be fucked with that.
Yeah, but you're gonna see them
wow.
on the plane though, innit?
No,
You can't
my
avoid them.
sister went to Thailand last year for like £700 return. So I'm, if anything, I'm expecting the Japan trip to be maybe £1,000,
What
a
was
thousand
that just their ticket
two
just
hundred.
by itself, yeah?
Oh yeah, the ticket by themselves.
Because I think I went to
'Cause-
Thailand for like I think it was 1,500, but that included the hotel as well.
oh
Do you
yeah.
not get? Do
Everything
you not
eh,
get blue light, Doc?
Blue light.
blue light.
What's
What's
blue
that?
light?
The discount thing.
No,
No, so you don't. I assume you don't work for the NHS. You work for another organisation.
Not anymore.
not in the NHS currently, guys. I don't work in
Uh,
a hospital currently. So yeah, no.
no, but I gathered you work in a IVF clinic when you were talking about people
I
with yeast
used to.
infections.
Oh Lord.
I used to. I said I entered a fertility clinic years ago. This was 20 20 what 20 wait, how old? I was like 2011ish. Yeah.
Oh, so you've been a doctor all the way from then, yeah?
No, I've
Damn,
been a
Doc
doctor.
must
I
be about 40
graduated.
years old.
I
I'm
need
mid
to start.
30s, guys.
I
I
need
don't
to
know
Nah,
why
start
you
you're in
guys
your
think
respecting.
40s.
I need to start
I'm mid
respecting my
30s.
elders.
I'll be turning 35 in
And
August.
That Spots
doctor,
is into cougars then, yeah?
when I see
How old is
doctor,
bots?
when you see like older people, you prostrate in it. So I
Hey,
just
please
Spots
don't do
is in
that.
prostrate.
his
I beg of
Spots
you.
is in his 20s now.
I don't discriminate age. I'm not an ageist.
So Bots is happy to marry a 60-year-old. That's what you're saying. As long as she has money. As long as
As
she has
long
money, yeah.
as long as the money is long, it's cool.
You're not marrying age. You're marrying a person. Come on, guys. Come
No,
on.
Yeah,
I thought he was about to say.
yeah.
I thought he was about to say you don't marry an age, you marry the money.
Hey, listen,
what,
old
guys?
money is still good money, innit?
Hey.
No, but on a real if you met some like 60 or 70-year-old rich woman, yeah, and you knew you was gonna get all her wealth if she passed away, would you marry her?
If you say no,
No, wait. We
I'll be
have to hear
mad.
his answer. We have to
He's
hear his
taking
answer.
ages to answer. We
No,
already know
let him
the
answer
answer.
for himself.
We
Let him
already
answer
know.
for himself. Let him answer for himself.
70. She's 70 and she's got a couple of millions. Shit.
But you have to fulfill your marriage obligations 3 times a week.
Man said 3 times a week. It's any time she wants
There's
it. She's the one
Bluetooth.
with the bread, bruv.
She's
There's
70.
something called Bluetooth.
She's the one with all the bread, bruv. It's any time she demands it. Or else she just write you out of that will, bruv.
I'll go pick up Bali Tech with her Bentley, and then we go, cause ruckus in town. But like, so
Okay, I'm with that, but you see when you're like, yeah, we're going back to my house, I'm like, bro, I'll see you tomorrow. I ain't trying to get roped into your duties.
she may have fantasies. Who knows that she hasn't like.
Yeah, she might say, so what both of you on tonight? I'm like, yeah, about that. About that.
No, look and listen to Will says, mind the cobwebs, puppy.
My God.
Will, you're nasty. Yeah, it's tough, man. I probably would.
What was
I
Emi
don't blame
Martinez
you.
doing for the first
I
goal?
don't blame you still. Me personally, I probably wouldn't, but I don't blame you.
Don't blame me. Blame the game.
Yeah, it's the game. The game is the game, innit? Me personally, I don't really care about women's money and that. I don't care because I always think, why do I care about money that I ain't spending myself? However, if the woman had already pre-promised you that that her money is your money and all that type of jazz, and then you went with it, I just couldn't, because I don't like to be controlled in any form of way or coerced in any form of way or made to feel like, oh yeah, I've got to be on my best behavior because you got all of this. Because I'll be quick to say F you real quick the minute you piss me off. The minute you piss me off, that's what's coming out.
Bali Tech ain't kidding with that.
Yeah, trust me. I don't play around, so the money wouldn't be the incentive. It will have to be because I really like the person, and I'm very unlikely to like a 70-year-old. Very unlikely.
You never know.
Very unlikely.
Until she shows you her bank balance and Bally Tech's like, yeah, I'm getting new Bally's with this, bro.
Bank balance. I swear to God, yeah, the bank balance wouldn't move me, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Man be
real.
putting that the local Bally for a Gucci Bally, bro.
I'll be real. My soul ain't for sale. I'll be real. But I don't. The thing is, yeah, I don't expect everyone to think like that. I would actually expect the majority of men to say, "Yeah, I'm just going with the money." But that's not really me, to be honest with you. I ain't gonna lie.
Bro, 70,
But I don't.
you got 10 years, 15
It
years,
doesn't
man.
matter what. It doesn't matter what the figure is. Like, I could only do it if I genuinely like the person. If I did, it would have to be because I like, not because I'm thinking, ooh, I'm just waiting for them to die. Like, that's not really something that I would do. I'm not gonna lie. And I wouldn't get with her. And let's say she wasn't 70 and she was just like a reasonable age or whatever. I wouldn't do it because of the paper. It would be because I liked her. So, I mean, but that's just me anyway. But that's just me. I don't expect anyone to understand.
Bali Tech is a man of integrity right now.
Yeah, that's why, I need a woman of integrity as well,
He will refuse her hand in marriage, but then he'll go rob her later on in the night.
Yeah, that'll be the only thing. There's other ways, there's other methods, You ain't gotta just yeah,
Oh Lord.
you finesse her in a different way, yeah.
Oh Lord. Put some WD-40.
Mm.
You too funny, bro.
Hello.
Your audio is messed up, Riley. There's a phone ringing. There's an echo. I don't know if you can like exit and come back or something. That's
Do you know what, bots? Because of you, yeah, and
Yeah.
and the fact you said you put coconut milk in your
Yeah.
jollof, yeah. I, I'm
You got it?
tempted just to make a
Oh,
video.
now talk to me
No,
after you try it.
to
Talk
make
to me
how
You
to
put
actually
coconut
make
milk in your
no.
you put coconut milk in jollof.
Yes, the blasphemy.
No.
I have to do it.
I think
Yeah, I've
that
thought
might be a
about it.
charge, when we
I've thought
on
about it.
KG
I can't get
channel
over
when
it.
you bring
I
in
have
all
to
the
say it
African
again.
delegates.
Yes, you're
No.
lucky. You're lucky.
Swear
I did
down,
not.
bots.
Bali
He
check.
said this last week.
I will do
But
it on
I
stream
have to
actually.
my
So you
no,
see.
it's blasphemy. No, whoever told you that was a thing, yeah, it's not. No, I don't know.
I'm gonna have to. You
Is
see,
It.
Doc? Is that a criminal offence? Like if you went to
Yes,
Ghana or Nigeria, would that be a criminal offence? What bots
It's
have done?
of the highest order.
me
Of the
upgrading.
highest.
Interesting.
Me upgrading, like some recipes that need to be updated. That's all that it is.
It doesn't.
nah,
It
nah,
doesn't need
nah,
to be
nah.
a.
Hey, listen,
Doesn't need
I'm
to be.
sorry, bots, yeah, but that's another cinnamon challenge. Still,
Come on,
Yeah,
no,
it's
no,
like
no,
you
no,
you can't be talking about rewriting history. Is a staple. A thing that was a thing that was invented before you're born. You're talking about rewriting history
So
and that. Nah,
wait,
bruh.
let me ask bots a question because I'm not too familiar when it comes to like um
Jollof.
like jollof dining and whatnot. So what jollof from which country was you making that jollof? Was it Ghanaian jollof or was it Nigerian
he
jollof
tried
or is
to
this
say he
If
tried to
if
say
My
it
it's
was Ghanaian.
Ghanaian, I'm gonna give you
He
a
tried.
ply in it.
No,
If
my
it
no, because we would never. We would never. That is blasphemy.
no,
I
so
What?
was it the
No,
jollof you made, yeah, was it
no.
originally Nigerian jollof or the Ghanaian jollof, but then you decided to like poison
it
it
was
with coconut milk?
no, it was Nigerian. That's why
ah
it's
Oh,
nah violation.
oh,
Alright,
oh.
KG, we have to talk to KG and tell him, yo, this guy is
Oh,
violating.
no.
no,
Wait,
but
wait. KG's wife is where's she from?
she's from Nigeria, a
She's
different
from Nigeria.
state. Yeah,
She might know
come
about
on.
this. She might know
She
about this.
won't, she won't, she
No,
won't,
I'm
she
going to
won't.
defend her.
She won't. It's
Don't even
criminal.
try it because you don't want a double
Do you
roasting.
think,
You
yeah,
don't
you
want that
could do you think you could
because she
cater
put on camera
for
in
the
person.
Nigerian function, yeah? You cook it with the coconut milk and that, yeah, and
Yeah.
then you serve it to the guests, yeah. Do you know if one person says it's wrong, you know it's fucked in it.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah,
Everyone's gonna be like, taste this, taste this.
No,
Then
no,
there's
no. But
gonna be some controversial.
no, but it's gonna be like this. There's gonna be like this jollof has a je ne sais quoi about it. Like, what is
Yeah,
this? What's the secret ingredient?
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Have you seen a room full of hungry Nigerians that came to your party to eat?
No, no, no,
That,
no, no.
oh, that's interesting because if the food's messed up, yeah, I think someone's gonna be in trouble. And one thing I know about Nigerians, yeah, if you've ever even seen a group of Nigerians, yeah, they're
Yeah.
excellent at hotting people up, you know.
Yeah.
They're excellent at it, bruv. They just hot people up for fun. I
So
wouldn't want to be the
bots,
person who's messed it up.
bots. What Nigerian do you know who puts coconut milk in their jollof?
there is a Nigerian friend that I know that actually, we talked about this, and that's why I said it's more Nigerian than Ghanaian, which, you know,
The-
the recipe that I have. That's
I
why.
don't know about it, but I don't know about it, man. I'm hearing it for the first time.
Wait, Tamba,
I
you
start,
also Nigerian as well by origin, right?
yeah. So
Okay,
it's
wait,
new to me.
I'm even shocked. I'm even shocked. Like coconut milk in the jollof rice. What type of madness is that?
yeah.
I told him, is this like an attempt to mix cultures, like Jamaican culture and Nigerian culture? Because I know
It's
Jamaicans
not an
put
attempt. This is
coconut milk in rice and
it,
peas,
it,
right?
it gotta be a recipe from the people that like speak either Ibibio or I forgot the name of the other language, but it's like a Nigerian. I'll ask.
Do you know
I'll
what?
actually
I'm not Nigerian, so I don't know. But I
yeah.
feel like I should be defending the Nigerian culture. But then
No,
again,
ask
you're right.
ask
There's
them.
so many tribes. There's so many tribes and cultures.
Mm-hmm.
Eh,
Bots is just
but
lying to you, bruv. He
No,
just
let's keep it
decided.
about your country, fam.
You,
Let me
you see, the problem is, yeah, my
yeah.
dad does with like, you see, my dad, yeah, you see when he's cooking, yeah, when
Mhm.
people see him whipping up stuff in the kitchen, no one ever bother gets involved in the food. They just leave him to eat it by himself. We
Why?
inherently know that if you start eating his cooking, you ain't gonna feel right after. So we just leave him to make whatever funny concoction he's making, and we just leave that. And
Oh
you
no.
can always kind of tell that he's the one who's cooked something because you see shit in it that ain't meant to be in it. That's kind
Mhm.
of like what you're doing with the coconut milk. You know, the coconut milk that ain't supposed to be in the jollof rice. You just putting it there. You
Agree.
know.
Is my audio better?
Your audio is perfect right now, Riley. Good job.
Yeah,
Perfect.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
Big
yeah,
up,
Riley.
Riley.
So
How are you?
Riley,
We
so when are you gonna eat the African food on stream? Everyone wants to know.
Do you know
give you
what? Do you know what? I haven't thought about it yet, but I am going to look online to see which shops sell African food, and then if it's oven based, I can put it in.
Nah, you're not gonna cook it yourself. You're gonna order it, and it's gonna be hot and ready for you to eat.
Riley says
Nah,
oven.
I'm cooking it. I am cooking it in the oven.
So what's the point
No
of cook? We don't sell food like that.
oven based food. Like,
We
no.
don't sell oven food for you to fling in the oven like it's a pie or something. We don't do
This
that.
is a ready meal, bro. Like,
We
what
don't we
ready
don't
meal
we
you
don't
get
do
here?
what ready African meal are you finding? We don't do none of that. You order it from the shop.
Oh,
It comes to your house, Uber Eats or whichever one, Deliveroo.
Yeah.
You unwrap the food, you munch it on stream, and then we see your reaction. You know what I
We
mean?
want to see your reaction, Riley. No. You
Bots,
heard?
what are you eating, bots?
Oh, I just killed some rice and chicken. This is the leftovers. You see?
Mm.
Did you hear, Riri, what he done to the jollof rice?
Oh yeah, with the coconut milk.
I think he's offended everyone, other
No,
than me, but I'm
I
just here
gave
for chaos.
everybody an idea they have not been thinking about. It's a
No, no, that's an illegal maneuver, I believe.
guys. You
That's
don't
an
know.
illegal. Don't get me wrong. I like coconut milk in rice, but the jollof rice thing it's a completely different meal, bro.
Okay.
That,
You want to hear another ingredient that goes in my jollof rice?
okay, let me.
Nutmeg and baking
Nah,
Meg
soda.
would have gone in it anyway, no?
baking
Baking soda,
soda. You know what? I'm not
Baking
even gonna
soda.
get mad.
like a tiny amount, a tiny amount of baking
No, no.
soda.
But this is what I was saying. I don't know what you're.
I'm serious.
I don't know
baking
what you're
soda.
doing, bro.
Yeah, the little baking soda, it gives it a je ne sais quoi, like
A je ne
Man,
sais
just
quoi,
wait.
yeah.
Oh, relax, man.
you guys don't know
Man
nothing.
said baking
Soda.
soda.
You don't know.
No,
I
no,
don't.
no, no,
I
no,
don't
no.
know. I don't want to know.
At this point, yeah, it's not even jollof anymore, man. I don't know what it is, man. It's some fufu
You
rice.
see the thing. You see the thing is now
It's a
in my
poison.
house. Now I can already see. The minute you eat what's his food, you're going toilet. I can already see this.
Yeah.
Look at Ika.
Yeah. Actually, do you
Yeah,
know what?
bots is out of control.
You guys don't know.
Do you know what? Do you know what? I have
Bots,
just
bro.
found the shop. I just found the shop near me that sells Africa's food, which is Todak Foods, and they do
Hold
sell a variety of African food.
Riley, let's see this. What are we looking at, Riri? Is this an
I
omelet?
bought.
Oh,
I
it's a
bought.
salmon. It's a salmon. I'm making a salmon burger.
Salmon burger. All right.
Okay.
Okay. Doctor, were you not making something earlier? Is it done? We want to see. Doctor, NHS. She completely goes quiet.
Hey, Riley, we need you to eat some suya, yeah? We need you to eat some suya live on
You know
camera.
what? I am going to the Chodak food store tomorrow. They sell a variety of African food, and I am going to look for that. I'm going to look for it.
Don't ask for anything you put in the oven, Riley. Just like say, do you guys have suya?
You have kilishi. Suya is outdated now. What is really nice is kilishi, where it's like suya as well.
Kilishi. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Kilishi.
Is that West? That's definitely Nigerian as well, huh?
Bro, the chili on it, man, it's crazy.
I will look for variety of African foods, and hopefully they have that in stores. Those that have been mentioned tonight. I'll look for them tomorrow, Pappy. Tomorrow.
Another one for Riley's okra. It's very different from what you're used to. So you might like okra with fufu.
There's a place they do like a nice seafood okra. It's actually banging.
Oh, that's
why do I feel like Riley would just take scissors to cut the okra?
I want to see how he deals with it.
Riley with okra on stream would look mad.
Isn't okra just them like green lady fingers they're called?
Yeah, it's slimy. Like,
yeah,
good.
Yeah, I eat them all the time, bro. They're good.
We don't eat it slimy, bots. Like
you don't.
In my, no,
we make it like a stir fry, that sort of thing, though.
Yeah. So, like what Pav is saying, like I grew up. My grandmother's Indian, of course. What she normally does is like she cuts it up and she leaves it out so it dries a little bit. So the slime dries a little bit, and then you like fry it up.
Okay.
But you see the slimy version, well, it depends, subject to who's cooking it. But the slimy version that I've tasted actually tastes nice, you know. It's actually tastes nice.
That's I like that. I haven't seen them slimy, so I'll try it someday. But I had like slimy and like very like extra pepper. Oh Lord.
Do you know what? I'm going to go down tomorrow to see if any of those suggestions are in there, and if they are, I am going to be brave and eat them for the first time because I want to broaden my horizons.
Way to go, Riley!
Because before the pandemic, I had a mystery box containing food from all around the world, and we used to do it before the pandemic, where we try items that we never tried before. Simple. Or is it? Because it's always that was a nightmare. Trust me on this. Trust the process. But they were really good. Divers around the world.
Right? Is that
what's that noise, man?
Is that not me?
Oh, sorry. My bad, Pat.
It's the salmon burger. That's what's happening. But Riley, what's that? Is that a Newcastle jersey you're wearing? What is it?
No, it's actually the Grand Town one.
Okay.
It may think it's like a Newcastle one. Yes, Newcastle plays like a right.
Who's Simon Hop Hopkins Electrical Services. That's that
Yeah.
sponsor.
Yeah, the old sponsor shirt. So
This guy called Chesney. This guy called Chesney. I don't understand, man. That guy is octopus, man.
Guys, I'm back. Sorry, I
No.
went to the bathroom.
It's okay.
And no, I had shrimp.
Oh, you
not
already
salmon.
ate it.
Yeah.
Thanks for letting us know what you was doing in the bathroom, Doctor.
The shrimp already sent you
Wow.
to the bathroom.
You know what?
Oh, what a goal! What a goal!
Go Lasso!
It's offside. Offside.
What happened?
Oh wow.
Whoever shouts a goal but offside. Pav, who was offside?
If he had just waited a second, he would have. Because you can't be offside in your own half. He could have just waited a second.
Dortmund 2-0.
Yeah, Barcelona is so vulnerable defensively, you know.
Hang on a minute. It is
Barcelona
2-0.
have to be careful,
2-0
man.
at the Stadion Dortmund. The BVB Stadion Dortmund.
My Amazon
is
Prime is
2-0.
acting up.
You know what's funny? I just turned on the TV and this game was on. I'm thinking, when did I switch it to Amazon Prime? It's like they knew what I wanted to do.
I just saw this comment from Cuddy. He says, I'm making jail off right, not jollof.
Yeah. Oh, talking about okra. You know, in Ghana, or at least in part of Ghana, we eat it dried. So we dry it.
Yeah.
It gets in the sun, gets super dry. Then we pound it. So it's kind of like broken into tiny pieces. Then we make a soup out of it. Dry okra soup. It's really good.
Okay, so yeah, so you see, you went a step further. Like, we don't pound it up or anything, but we'll dry it, and then we'll legit fry it up with whatever meat that we want, and like with tomatoes and peppers and stuff like that. And that's how we eat it, and we eat that over. We'll eat that over like white rice.
Ooh. We eat it with what the Nigerians call swallow, like a fufu or like a teaser.
Yeah, you guys eat fufu with everything. We eat fufu like in Guyana. We eat fufu, but we'll eat fufu with we'll use it with like a brown stew fish or like something like that.
Oh, Villa scored. 2-2.
Oh, goal at Villa Park. Pav, who scored for Villa?
McGinn.
Yeah, I'm behind. Well, what minute are you on, Pav?
I just saw
I can't see the time out there when they're showing the replay. McGinn done a McTominay, man. Just went up on his own.
Oh, went all the way. Oh yeah, now I'm seeing it. Now I'm.
Hey, talking to McTominay, by the way, you know that guy has scored more goals by himself than any United player this season.
McTominay scored twice yesterday.
Very good.
Lukaku.
Yeah.
The combination is too good. Lukaku combination and Scott McTominay is just too good, man. Too good.
Guys, Charles is gonna show up. If McGinn has a good performance like this, Charles, because he's the McGinn guy, right? He's the one that that said we should sign McGinn at Man United, if I remember correctly. So,
I remember on a stream one time.
He's old now.
Yeah.
I remember on a stream one time, I said, why don't we go for Dean Huijsen? And then I had like some people telling me, he's not all that. Why are you looking at Bournemouth players and all this? Now this guy's now I'm hearing Fabrizio Romano saying this guy might be going Real Madrid. Now I'm not a scout or anything like that. But if this guy's good enough for Real Madrid, surely he's good enough for Man United.
Who does he play for?
Bournemouth.
So I have a question.
Who are you talking about?
Dean Huijsen.
What, the centre back?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's who I wanted at United. But I saw Ornstein put out a tweet the other day that Liverpool, Arsenal, Tottenham, and there was like a couple other clubs that are all talking to his camp at the minute.
Yeah, he's going Madrid, man. You forget about it now, man. He's a Spanish boy anyway. He's 19. He's Spanish. He's going back home, bro. Forget
Bro,
about it now.
yeah, forget
Apparently,
it.
there's a 50 mil buyout clause for the guy or something. No.
Yeah, Real Madrid will pay that, bro. They need a centre back anyway. They'll pay it.
Yeah, but I think they'll go for Saliba.
If they go for, but they might. Who's to say they might go for both of them? Just shore up the future.
Yeah.
Rashford. Ooh, what a good save.
Rashi! Nice shot. That was a
Oh,
nice
that
shot.
was good skill. That was good skill. What a goal!
Oh my God!
Villa.
Oh shit!
What a goal!
That was good skill, boy. That was good skill.
There's no way that these men are gonna bottle it. They were 5-1 up against these men.
Well,
Yeah.
if Villa go through, yeah, then to me, because I can't see if they end up in the final, I can't see how Arsenal don't beat Villa.
Win it. No, I feel like if Arsenal get to the final, Villa get to the final, they may win it. You know,
Rashi is cooking, man.
He's definitely playing a good. He's definitely playing a good game today. Like Rash, I think Rashi's that kind of player though. He's up for stuff like this. Like,
yeah,
he just danced through all of them and cut the ball back.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, there's a goal at the BVB Borussia Dortmund Stadium, and it is 2-1 to Barcelona. Ben Sebanini with the own goal in 54 minutes. So 2-1 Borussia Dortmund. 5-2 on
3-2 Villa. Oh my God. This
so
is
what?
crazy.
What is it now? Because I know the aggregate is not that. That's not it now. So what happens? So now they.
If Villa score again, it's gonna go penalties.
5-4 at the minute on aggregate.
Yeah, if Villa score again, it'll go extra time than penalties.
Well, PSG, guys, you can't disappoint me like this, guys. Come on,
right now. Ooh,
oh my God!
again.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
Sorry.
They are so lucky.
What
PSG
just
are on the
happened?
PSG are on the ropes, mate.
And it's only the 58th minute. That's just
wow, Tielemans went to celebrate before the ball even went in, and it got saved.
My God. Unbelievable.
Look at him! Look, he's going off to celebrate.
I'm actually
that
just
was
watching
an excellent save.
I'm turning on the game on my end.
Whoa, unlucky.
This is gonna be a hot next 30 minutes, bro. Like legit.
Yeah.
All that praise we were giving PSG, and look at this. This is nasty work.
Villa comes to play, man.
Yeah, well, the English teams will do that to you. They won't. They have that never say die attitude, and they're ready to beat you up.
Do you think Real Madrid will do something crazy like this tomorrow?
Nope, I don't think so.
Do you know what? Do you know what? We saw funny scorelines when it comes to Aston Villa and Champions League, but if they score again, they have bottled it. PSG. I can't believe I get to say this, but Ty is still on.
They brought on their young killer, Doué. They brought on Doué. He's a bit of a dangerous guy, dangerous character. Yeah. So back to the Real Madrid thing, right? The reason why I don't think they'll win because I think tomorrow will turn into you score, we score. That's what I think is going to happen. And Arsenal do have a good defense, so they'll be trying to hit Real Madrid on the counter attack. And also, I don't think Real Madrid will be able to handle Arsenal from the set pieces. I don't think so.
Yeah.
I'm just going to be real with you.
Yeah,
Arsenal will be kicking the ball out for corners, knowing that they've got some beasts in the air.
Yeah. And not only that, I think the way it's gonna go down, if you're Arteta, the way you're prepping your team, you tell them, guys, we gotta get the first goal. And if Arsenal score first, like Madrid might win it on the day, but on aggregate, it's still gonna go to Arsenal.
But they don't need to force the goal because it's already 3-0 up. They don't really need to force it.
Psychologically, that one goal,
yeah.
I'm not saying Madrid will do it because first of all, when I watch that first leg, they don't strike me as that team that can do a comeback. I know many people are thinking it will not happen, but in my own opinion, I don't see it happening. If it happens, incredible. But
yeah, of course.
I really don't see. I don't see it happening, man.
Not against that defense. That defense is. I'm just gonna be real with you. As much as I don't rate Arsenal, their defense is solid.
It's solid.
It's not Man City's defense. It's strong.
Their defense is solid. It's solid, man. That's one thing about the whole thing. Their defense is solid. Just that we have seen it before, man. Liverpool did it against Barcelona. AS Roma did it against Barcelona as well.
Yeah,
Barcelona did it against PSG. So we've seen it. And if there's a team that can
we done it against PSG. I can't. What was the score in that first leg when Lukaku and Rashford lit up PSG for us?
It was a 2-goal deficit, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it was because I remember Mbappe scored that game at Old Trafford. Was it at Old Trafford? And then I'm not sure who scored the other goal for them, but I know Mbappe scored.
Yeah.
Was it Mbappe? No, it wasn't Mbappe. It was at left back. Mbappe made an assist. They had this Spanish left back at the time. I remember. Was it them? One of them. But I remember the game.
I just remember we went to their house and we slapped them up.
And it helped to score first. Like I remember.
Yeah, he doesn't score first. Which is why if Madrid is going to do that, going to do a comeback, they need to make sure they score 2 goals in the first 30 minutes.
Or even a goal. 1 goal in the first 20 minutes should still keep the suspense in the air, you know.
I swear they scored 3 late goals against Man City not too long ago when they won the thing.
Yeah, then Rodrigo reversed, like Rodrigo, he did score.
He came in and scored 2 goals.
It was Benzema, the year that Benzema won the Ballon d'Or.
The Panenka.
Hey.
But Real Madrid teams of the past, man. I remember when Ronaldo scored that hat-trick at Old Trafford.
I think this Barca game is done.
What's the score now?
It's still, but I mean Barca is leading by so many goals. I don't think
leading by 3 goals and you have 30 minutes. Yeah, it's done.
I don't know, but I don't really have a dog in this fight, but I'm hoping Villa come back, you know.
Nah, I want PSG, bro.
I don't support them. I don't support the racist French. So
I want Villa to knock them out, bro.
Wait, when did French become racist?
Oh, the French of what? What?
Well, sometimes
I wonder about you, bro. Like legit, I wonder about you, Fav. Like,
but why are the French racist?
They've always been racist, Pav.
Have they?
It's because he don't really know the history, innit? You don't really know. You don't really know the history.
No, but why are they racist? This is the first I've heard. I swear, like majority of the French players are all black.
Yes, that don't mean that they're not racist, Pav.
No, but I'm just wondering, are you talking about something that happened 100 years ago or
No, I'm
something?
talking about stuff that happens to
No,
this day.
currently.
Currently, bro.
They're not only racist, they're Islamophobic, they're every kind of phobia there is in this world they are. Well, no, I'm not generalizing.
Not all French people. Not all French people.
Not all French people are like that,
But their
but
system,
like
their system takes the piss, though, man. Their system takes the piss.
A big one too.
I know they got a thing. I know they got a thing about. I know they got a thing about stopping women wearing the burqas and whatnot.
The freaking oppression of Haiti alone to this day by the French. To this day by the French. That alone.
and let's not talk about also the French West African countries.
Yeah, but Doc, that's what I'm saying. But Haiti alone, I didn't even get into the African countries. If we start on that, it's crazy.
That's one of the biggest atrocities that they've done.
Hell yeah. Haiti's still paying them. They raped and pillaged that country, and they still got Haiti on tax, like still paying them. It's crazy. Crazy.
Yeah, I don't really delve into history that much unless there's like a decent documentary and stuff.
Actually, you know what? Nice of you to mention French. That's because there is Premier League, which is Division 1 Feminine. There's a women's French league in France called the Premier League.
Riley, where do you find these?
Currently top of the table is Lyon.
Riley, where do you find this stuff?
I search it up, and when you mention a country, I look to see if there's a women's team or women's team.
Right next to women.
Country.
Right. I notice he likes the women, like he does. I respect that though. I respect that from him.
When did you notice, Riley, that you're such a big fan of women's football? I'm just curious.
Well, it all started in 2021 September. The new season 21-22 got underway. I was like, I should watch a few matches. And well, since then I got
unlucky. Who was that?
Sensio, no?
Yeah, he's unlucky, man. He should have done a bit better.
He's on loan from PSG at Villa as well.
He's trying to do his own. He's trying to do his team.
Since then, I was gripped, and I still am to results that can shock anything of women's football. Trust me on this. Trust the process.
Imagine if he scored, yeah. As soon as this man landed back in Paris in the summer, brother, it's over for him.
He should have taken it onto his right foot and put it past the keeper.
He should have done better there, man.
Yeah, he should have done better still.
And I think everybody should need to start taking note of the women's football more and go to games or watch some games. Because
I agree.
Oh!
I think the way that there's a way that
he needed to. I just saw the replay of that goal, that attempt. He needed to chip that. He should have just chipped it. If he had chipped it, it would have gone in.
No, to me that looked more harder to miss. To me, that looked more harder to miss.
I'm
He
on
just
70
needed to connect it.
minutes.
Yeah, I'm on 69. That's a good number.
I think the thing about the women's game, right? Me personally, I think in order to increase the viewers on the women's game, I think more women need to watch it as well.
Well, that's what they do.
How do you know more? How do you know that it doesn't have a following?
That's
Say that again.
I don't think they do.
It does have a following.
They do.
It does. Women, there's a lot of women that watch women football.
I think
yeah, but they don't watch it to the same extent that men watch the men's game, if that makes any sense. I think more women watch the men's game than the women's game. That's why I'm saying maybe there needs to be more women
That's
to
because
get involved.
the move. Okay, so I'll give you like and you probably not wrong, because the women's game only came about. It hasn't been about that long. So the women's game is just, and it hasn't been advertised, I should say, heavily the way the men's game is advertised. And that they can actually take a page out of the WNBA and do it the way the WNBA did it, to bring in that kind of interest.
I thought it's the NWSL.
Pardon me?
NWSL, WNBA, both of
Yeah,
them.
the NWSL is big also, and again it comes from
so what's the NWBA? Is that somewhere else?
The WNBA is the basketball, the women's basketball league.
Oh, I thought that was a football as well.
No, the
because I was gonna say, isn't the NWSL like being big for ages anyway?
Right.
Because
so the NWSL,
that's where you get more people going to the stadiums there than they do with the men's game out there.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. But that's what I'm saying. It's basically how you market it. It's always marketing, and if you market it correctly, you will get the support. But the women's game in England, I don't think, and Doc, you can correct me because you live there, but I don't think it's marketed the way it needs to be marketed.
Do you know how it appears to me?
Yeah,
it seems like the college basketball, like female college basketball, seems to be bigger than the WNBA. I could be wrong, but that's how it appears to me. That the college basketball is bigger.
Actually, do you know what? More broadcasters are starting to take note of the women's football, including especially Sky Sports. They are advertising more games to be shown on there than any other broadcaster. The BBC needs to do something.
But isn't the games just clash when men's football's on though? I swear, like most of the matches are on at the same time.
It all depends on which team you're supporting. Not really.
Yeah, and also you tend to, most of the time, the men and some team, the men and women share the stadium. So like, for example, I know with Arsenal women, sometimes they normally play in the mornings, and so if Arsenal are having, and the men's team are having an away game, the women's will probably play home, and also women have a different pitch, which is smaller and like away from the stadium. It's all about advertising. I kind of agree.
But how do you feel? How do you feel about that? How do you feel about the different pitch? How do you feel about that?
I kind of understand, because, for example, you're not gonna fill the main stadium up with like 30,000 people, for example. Let's say a stadium.
But it's all relevant to the support again. No,
exactly. But something like the FA Cup, Wembley, last year was full. I mean, I'm talking about the women's game. It was full, packed. But that's because
the FA Cup final, right, Doc? The FA Cup final, right, Doc?
Yeah. One, it was advertised properly, and two, it was United versus City, and I think they kind of advertised it as, the men's team are playing and the women's team are playing. It's a double like derby day. Let's see who will win. It was kind of like that,
So you're saying if it gets advertised alongside when they're advertising the men's one, then the turnouts will be better.
Yeah, but to be fair, the women's team, the thing I've noticed is it's more women and their kids. Like, it's like a family day out kind of style.
Okay.
Whereas with the men's game, it's more of the men going out and the men taking their girlfriends out. You know what I mean? Or us women who like football like that
Well, women
going
take
to the
men out
games.
too. We can't say that, Doctor. Women take men out too.
What?
But
But they
yeah,
get
yeah.
they get
But
the
you know
bloke
what?
to pay for it though.
We don't want you to upset the boss ladies in the comments. That don't need no
No,
man.
no, no,
We don't want you to upset them because they take out men too.
trust me. If I was to take out my man, it'll be a whole thing. I already have something for his
Well, where
birthday,
would you
so
take bots?
please.
Hey,
But
Doctor.
still needs to come to Old
Please, come
Trafford.
on.
So
Hey,
if you could, Bots
talking
needs to
about
get flued out. He needs to come to Old Trafford. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's Old Trafford, not Emirates, by the way, just to clarify.
actually,
Rumors have it is that he's ready to do something strange for some change, so he can come Old Trafford.
Nicely you mentioned. Nicely you mentioned Old Trafford. That's because United Women are going to be playing City there. That is going to be on the 4th of May. Kickoff time is confirmed for 12 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah.
And you know what, Doctor, I'm going to be watching it because the last time I saw a Manchester derby was lackluster. But for the ladies, you know what? They bring absolute drama every single time. Doctor, do you remember watching that Manchester derby in the FA Cup semi-final on Sunday?
Yes, I do. 2-0.
That was incredible.
Hey, does this Villa PSG game go down as the best game of the tournament so far?
Yep.
Possibly.
So far.
Yeah.
Until tomorrow when Real does the same thing to us now.
No, I don't. I think that game's wrapped up already.
Look, bots. Look, this is a finished product. Look.
I mean, I would love to see that. I'm here for the drama, and I would much rather see Real Madrid knock out Arsenal, but I can't really see it. So
okay, one more time.
I'll be tuning in.
All right. That's the 7. That's the okay. You put some ketchup in there too.
No, it's not ketchup. So on the patties is a jerk mayo aioli, and then on the bun it's like a sweet chili sauce.
Oh, all right. And there's like
I like spicy food, but so.
Clearly.
Bots can't handle his spice. Trust, he can't handle any kind of spice.
Oh, Doctor,
too sad.
So much more like brave and
Doctor.
Yes.
By the way, the 4th of April, we're gonna see 1, 2,
3-1
3
Barca.
derby days. We're gonna see 3 WSL derby days in a row.
Dortmund has scored again.
Mercy. Oh, fantastic. We're going to see the Merseyside derby, Liverpool versus Everton, 12 noon. Manchester United, it's the Manchester derby. That is going to be live on Sky Sports. Both of those games are at 12 o'clock. And the London derby, Chelsea versus Tottenham, 2:15 on the BBC. And guess what? I'll be watching all 3 derbies in a row. I'll be watching all 3 derbies in a row. The WSL on the 4th of May, the Merseyside, the Manchester, and the Northwest derby.
Big up Riley. That's awesome, Riley.
You know what?
Yeah, I'm just
Riley be supporting the women.
Yeah. By the way, you guys see there's a VAR goal check for Dortmund Barcelona. Is it over?
Not yet.
No, it's a goal, I think.
Oh,
yeah, check over. It's a go. Check over. It's a go.
Okay. All right.
Oh.
All right. 2 more goals to go. And how many minutes? 12 minutes left.
Oh, what PSG gonna do here? What are they going to do? Are you gonna make the right decision? Yep, you made the wrong decision.
No, he got a free kick.
Okay, free kick. He could have made a better decision there. It's that hesitation that got him tackled in that fashion. Ooh. That's a foul from Tillemans.
Do you want this channel needs to spotlight more of the women's football more? I know we talk about it, but we need to spotlight it more. And I think we could do with a couple of watch-alongs.
But are you interested in just covering women's games a lot more?
Well,
that's
There's
a
2
no.
more games left in the season.
I actually like
Bots can cover the FA Cup final, innit? That's a
Bots
good
cover the
commitment.
FA
FA Cup final. Why not?
cover the FA Cup final.
But you don't have to be forced into it. You know that, right?
You can say no.
Riley was gonna beat him up anyway if he didn't do it. So you know what I mean.
Don't be pressured, innit? Like, know what I mean?
I would do such thing as that, but it's more of an encouragement for everyone to start taking up a women's football a little bit more.
But what if they don't? What if they don't want to?
If they don't want to, they can just keep an eye out. Because
Well, no, because you just said this channel needs to, but you didn't ask bots. Like, would you like to? You just said this channel needs to.
Bots. All I'm asking is now.
You see one thing I'll say, yeah. Big up to the advertisers, yeah. Big up to the advertisers that are advertising the women's game, yeah. Obviously, I hope they get a lot more money and everything else, yeah. But you see when man get the gun put to their head and like, yo, watch the women's game, yeah, or I'll bang you up, yeah. That's when guys get scared, innit?
Oh,
they're like,
why
what am I
didn't he
tuning
pass
into?
it?
True that. True. Yo, Villa on the attack.
True. Right. The Barclays Women's Super League's official YouTube channel, everyone. Are you ready for this? They've had 29,515,184 views since launch.
What do you want us to do with that stat?
That is incredible stats, everyone.
No, but
are you committed to do more? Pappy,
yeah.
Are you committed to do Man United women's games on your channel in future?
We are interested, very interested in women.
We have a male feminist in the building.
He said he didn't say women football. He just said it. He just said interested in women. So yeah, we're gonna do some women content, but it ain't related to football, innit? It's
No, like the FA Cup final. Yeah, we'll check to see if we can do that watch along. It'll be good to do that watch along. We'll see.
And Man United
that was ridiculous skill. That was ridiculous skill.
By who? You mean in the
What that just happened now? Who's that? Rogers. That was nasty.
Oh yeah. Come on, Villa.
7 more minutes.
Do they have it in them?
For the chaos, just for the chaos, for an extra time.
Yeah, I'm in it for the chaos. I would love if Villa scored now.
Right.
More football. I heard Rashford got a standing ovation.
Yeah, no, they applauded him for sure.
Yeah, I'm literally if they equalize this tie, I'm here for it, mate. Yeah, because all I can see is these French dudes crying on the field after getting the tie.
They'll be like, "What?
Oh, yes,
we didn't know Villa Park was like this." Watkins.
Oh, by the way, guys. By the way, the Northern Super League, Canada's newest women's league, begins today, and it is Vancouver Rise versus Calgary FC.
Wow.
Whoever's tired, wake up, get your coffees ready, because we're in for a Northern Super League season where we'll have to watch the games. Trust me on this.
Be nice.
Trust the process. It's going to be fabulous. Maybe I'll be watching that one, Vancouver versus
Riley.
Calgary.
What time is that? Let me know. Is it on the East Coast?
It is on 7 p.m. Pacific, and it's on TSN, CBC
Okay, so
Gem,
7
and
p.m.
ESPN Plus.
7 p.m. Pacific is 10 o'clock p.m. my time.
Yeah, that's late.
Yeah, and you can watch it on TSN, CBC Gem, and ESPN Plus.
Awesome. I'm there. ESPN Plus. I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna let you know what I think.
Dortmund are giving everything here, hey?
Yeah, it's a bit too late. I feel sorry for them. It's a bit.
Oh, what a ball! What a ball!
What?
No,
Okay.
why did you do that?
You got to keep the ball there, though. You shouldn't lose it.
Go on, Kvara. Oh, good tackle.
I can't. You see, this is what pisses me off about Man United, bro. If our finances were in order, we signed Navas, we signed Kvara, but because it just we even signed Nuno as well. Like, I just
They got
can't believe
Kvara for like 57 mil, bro.
what a flipping deal! What a deal! I just can't believe our finances at the moment. Our finances is hampering this team.
Come on, man. What that nonsense?
Kvara, Skelia at Manchester United, I would have been gassed, mate.
Bro, he's the one player that I was hoping we would just pull off a madness and just sign him. Hijack deal settings, you know.
If our summer transfer window, it's absolutely doo-doo. I don't watch football next year, but like I'm done.
Damn.
I'm not doing it anymore.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I could see myself joining you. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I could see myself joining you. The reason why, is because if okay, unlucky. The reason why is because if our transfer window is pants, we're looking at a relegation fight. I'm just gonna be real with you.
Yeah, there you go. Actually, on the comment of Arton that says these side commentaries too lackluster. Guess what? Funny how you think the commentary is lackluster, Arton, when your takes barely make it off the subs bench. Women's football isn't an issue. Your attention span is.
What just happened? Did Riley attack R10?
I don't know.
Side commentaries are too lackluster. That's what they said.
Riley's firing shots out here. Oh gosh. SLD saying, why do you feel sorry for Dortmund? It's because they are fighting too late. If they had fight in them, they should have shown this in the previous game. Like, why they, it's just sad when you're trying your best at the wrong time,
And it's true, R10. It's true, R10.
Nah, but do you know what? Yeah, do you know what? On a realistic one, because obviously to grow the sport of football, women's football, men's football, whatever, is a good thing, right? But one thing I would just give you a friendly advice on is not to attack potential customers, Potential customers are the ones that are gonna watch the game, They might have things to do and they might have to tell like a friend or a boss or whoever, maybe their missus, babes, we're watching the game tonight, So
we're watching the game tonight. Alicia Lehman's playing, that's why.
Yeah, you don't want to turn people off, We want more people watching the sport.
Yes, that is true. That is very true.
Because I always find it weird, when they bring out one of these films, like let's say it's like an all-female cast, then it's like an all-female directors group or whatever, and then they're like, oh, we didn't do well at the box office because all these men are doing this, and it's like, well, if you advertise it to us properly, we might watch it, but if you're gonna attack the customers, then what's the point?
It's not even that. Like, majority of the people will watch like men's football, but I don't think that many people have that much time on their hands to watch everything. I mean, I definitely ain't got that much time on my hands to watch that sport.
it's the advertising. It's the advertising. Like I think they could do a lot more. And for me, I'm just thinking about just like even say just look at like people that are like vaguely interested in say tennis, and then they watch like women, playing tennis. And
No, but this is the thing: women's tennis,
yeah,
is massive. You don't need
but it's got
to
different
overly.
layers. Like the way they also like. I mean,
They get paid the same as the men. Yeah. Is the women's, there's a lot of eyes on women's tennis. Like people genuinely mess with it. Like it's not something that
They do
people have
not
to
get
be
paid.
like,
They do not get paid the same as the men.
don't they? I thought they did.
No, they do not. Not yet.
Well, they play less sets anyway. Let's get them doing more sets and getting the same money.
Side note, I just remembered that Prince William was a Villa fan. I just remember Prince William is a Villa fan. He's in the stadium right now, him and his son.
Yeah. Rio
like they're about to cry.
Rio actually interviewed him on the first leg.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rio actually interviewed him on the first leg.
I'm gonna just not.
Actually, R10's comment said, I was just making an observation. Well, guess what? Just an observation is what people say when they realize they've been scored by actual data. Usual passionate punditry of record-breaking crowds, but call it lackluster. That's like watching Serena Williams playing in the through yellow.
What data are you referring to that you parred him off with?
For R10, today's date, 15th of April.
Will says he chooses football because of the raunchiness.
I'm not gonna lie. If I was drunk, I couldn't do. I couldn't. Oh god! You know, not every stream. Not every stream you should be drinking. That's what I know.
Schools, man.
I saved that for Friday night, mate.
It's over.
Or Thursday.
Yeah, or for tomorrow. I'll get drunk with Timber in it.
Tomorrow's Wednesday. Oh yeah, I thought you meant
we'll console ourselves. Yeah, tomorrow night, Timber.
You gotta say Villa are lucky, man, because I would have happily put this on the extra time.
Yeah.
PSG are a little lucky there.
I actually think
he shouldn't have taken off McGinn. McGinn was running that midfield.
The substitutes messed up the game.
He shouldn't have taken off McGinn. McGinn should have stayed in the game. McGinn was bossing that midfield. Like he was legit bossing that midfield.
Yeah. Oh.
But then again, shout out to Villa. They really judged up the Champions League.
They tried, man. They tried.
Yeah, they tried.
You know what? I'm gonna give it to Villa. Even I am a Chelsea fan, but Villa absolutely was brilliant throughout 7 months or a bit.
He's probably angry, man.
But oh god, got to be them.
Martinez caused them this game as well. Martinez caused them this game.
Do you know what? PSG does not deserve to go through, in my own opinion. I think Villa
they do. You can't say so, man.
Well, just 1 second.
Yeah,
I thought Villa was unlucky. I have to give it to Unai Emery because he was the man who took them through to the quarterfinals, and that is a big step towards recognising one of the biggest clubs outside of Birmingham in the whole of the West Midlands. Forget Wolves. This one, Villa has done the West Midlands proud, but it's not to be.
Correct, Riley. Thank you for that.
Anyway, it's R10 on your comment of GPT. Bold move for someone who still can't spell the thing, so valid opinions is women's football boring.
Right.
Meanwhile, WSL attendance hit over 1 million in 2024-25.
Is Riley beefing with somebody in the chat?
Riley is just going back and forth with R10.
He's literally brought out the biggest gun he could find and started smoking it.
It's R10 versus Riley, and we're just like participants here. We're just watching. R10 successfully rattled Riley today.
I've never heard him so rattled.
I know. Damn. It's good the way you support and are passionate about this, Riley.
I told you the Sky Sports contract is coming. Yeah. WSL, Riley's in the building, interviewing all the players, going backstage. That's when my invite comes in, and then I'm like, yo,
invite.
What's
I'm
going on?
Myself.
WSL in the building.
I'm just showing up.
Football Power Hour media team. We want to just conduct a few interviews.
Yeah,
that's all.
Our friend Riley, like he invited us.
Body tech, we gonna be in hospitality, bro.
Yeah, 100%, man. 100%.
Yeah.
I have a question. Who's your manager of the season? Because mine is Unai. And what's his name? Nottingham Forest. The Spanish guy.
I think for me, in the Premier, it's got to be the Newcastle manager for me.
Eddie
Howe. Yeah.
Eddie Howe. He beat Liverpool in the final. And
Nuno.
Yeah.
Nuno has done wonders with that Forest team, bro.
R10.
Yeah, they've done quite well.
Very good question, Doug.
R10.
Need some time to think about it, and I'll
R10. All love back, bro. Just know if you leave your tape that wide open, I'm always putting in top bins.
Oh shit!
Wow.
Whoa.
Guys.
Whoa.
Wow.
Whoa.
Randy is on smoke today.
He's just bitch slapping people today. He's like, what? What'd you say?
Come in, Riley.
Oh my God.
Riley is on smoke today.
Iraola is a good shot as well. Iraola.
Yeah,
I think it might be good to Tottenham.
Anslot just drove a car that was assembled for him, so he
it's like Arteta winning the FA Cup after Unai Emery left.
Look at that, exactly.
He would not even give him a second.
When's the last? But Newcastle ain't won something for like
70
is it like
years.
70 years.
Yeah.
To me, that's a great achievement. To me, obviously, football is about winning stuff. And when a manager goes in there and wins something after 70 years, I'm sorry, but everyone in that whole town or that whole city is pushing for him to get knighted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I remember that day. So I ran into this family on the train they were on their way back from Wembley. So, and it was like 3 generations and Newcastle fans, and they would just jump. You could see how much it meant to them. And the grandson was jumping around, and the granddad was like joking around. I was actually so happy. I was like, this is what football is. Because neither of them are gonna forget this. The grandson's gonna be telling his grandkids about how he went out here with his granddad, and they went to the final and they won it. And I was like, that's sweet.
And then you see teams that never win with a cup. It's kind of strange. It's like when West Ham won the Conference League. I was like, West Ham with a trophy? That's crazy.
Exactly.
I've never seen that in my whole entire lifetime.
And it's the same. You see how this means to Newcastle fans? That Conference League win meant the same thing to West Ham fans. And that's why sometimes, I wanted Villa to at least get to the final and maybe possibly winning it, because I know how much that would mean to the Villa fans.
True.
They will never forget that.
But also, PSG fans would never forget.
But to Riley's point, though, Riley made a good point. They could be proud of themselves, man. Look how far they came.
They should.
100%.
Nobody thought Villa would make it this far in this competition. No one. True. I don't think anybody had Villa in the running in this competition. And they literally play today like they belong here. You know what I'm saying?
And it was so close.
They didn't roll over and just, take beating. Like, they legit gave PSG a run for their money. You know what I'm saying? So I know what's his name was shaking in his boots when they scored them 2 goals and brought it back to, like, you could see him on the touchline getting nervous, like legit getting nervous.
Yeah. And that's why I kind of want. You see how Nottingham Forest is third, and they may be going to Champions League. That's why I kind of want Bournemouth, maybe what's in quotes a lower level team get to top 5 at least, and have a taste, like, so that we have some variety. I won't lie. The past few years has been the same 4 teams going to Champions League, and we just need a little bit of spice.
What's the Champions League final predictions now?
Thank you. I was about to ask let's from the teams that played today, which one is winning the Champions League between PSG and Barcelona? And
Barca.
PSG.
Barcelona.
Ooh.
I can't see PSG beating Barca. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, I can't either.
I can't see these guys handling Lewandowski and Yamal. Them, man, they don't want that smoke with them two, bruv. I'm just gonna be real with you. And Rafinha, forget that, bruv.
By the way, Will is telling me to go in the corner. I will go in the corner. Me in the corner. Now, Will, you're already there. Head down, watching the conversation from the shadow of your own weak takes.
You know what? People just leave Riley alone, guys.
Man is cooking, man.
He's
Riley
metamorphosis.
Riley has Riley special forces, Once you man come for his women's game, he knows what he's gonna do to you, bro.
Yeah. That's personal. Incredible, bro. Yeah, no, okay. So I think PSG is really, really well equipped, but yeah, Barcelona today is the most on team form in all of Europe.
Personally, I see Yamal smoking that PSG back four. I just see it. I see it and I can't unsee it. That's what I'm saying.
This loss versus Dortmund is that first loss this year.
Mind you, if Barcelona win the Champions League, right, and Yamal is like the guy of the final, does he win the Ballon d'Or in anyone's opinion? Or
no, I think we are Rafinha.
Because he won the Euros. He won the Euros with Spain, and obviously, if he wins the Champions League and he's the main man of the Champions League final, is that not the Ballon d'Or or not?
If he wins La Liga as well.
And La Liga, like, wouldn't he be the best player in the world? Or
a conversation to be had?
It's a conversation, though, isn't it?
Rafinha.
Yeah.
But he doesn't have the numbers yet. That would be the issue. He doesn't have the numbers as well.
But it's a popularity contest, though, isn't it?
Bro, it's not no popularity contest. It's whoever the journalists them vote for. That's what it is.
Yeah, but if the journalists are boosting him up,
it don't matter the numbers, bro, because there's a couple of years where that voting was suspect.
Yeah, but I'm not arguing for numbers. I'm saying it's a popularity thing. I'm arguing for the popularity.
If he's not popular amongst the journalists, he's not going to be up for Ballon d'Or. It's just what it is. That's what I'm saying. Now you're gonna see who these journals really like now, because Ronaldo is gone, Messi's gone. So now they actually have to do it by the numbers, because it's not a dominance anymore. So you have to do it by the numbers now. Yeah. Before they got away with choosing Messi all the time because they were like, oh, he's dominating. When in fact, there were other guys that could go up against him for Ballon d'Or.
Facts.
You know what I
was
mean?
upset. I was upset when Schneider didn't win the Ballon d'Or. When Schneider, I was upset that year.
Schneider. What's his name? Ribery. No,
Wesley Schneider should have won the Ballon d'Or, but he never won.
Yeah, Schneider should have won the Ballon d'Or as well.
Was it Ribery or Robin?
He won the treble with Inter.
Ribery.
And he never won the Ballon d'Or. I thought that was nasty work.
He got to the final of the World Cup 2010.
Ribery was the one who was really robbed. He had even better numbers that season, and I think they gave it to Ronaldo or something. Like when Ribery should have, like, this whole thing has been rigged from the beginning. That's why.
Yeah, it's been rigged. It's been rigged for years. For years.
2015, 2016, Messi won the Ballon d'Or. That should be a Ballon d'Or this guy should have won. Neymar.
Yeah. Wait, no, Haaland came and done the first season for Haaland. Like, he did some crazy numbers in the Premier League.
He was robbed as well. He was robbed.
So Yale has a point here too as well, saying it lost credibility when the last Messi Ballon d'Or is the one that really destroyed the credibility. Yeah.
I don't even think is the one for Haaland. I think that award lost credibility 2018 when they gave it to Luka Modric ahead of Ronaldo. That's why I like
Modric.
No, I think there was at least 2 Ballon d'Ors that Messi shouldn't have won.
Yeah.
There was at least 2.
2-3. There were it was Xavi. Iniesta deserved to win Ballon d'Or as well. They're giving it to Messi.
Agreed with you guys. Actually, I want to play on Will's comments. Come on. That was a lot back for someone who's yet to land a single bite. Channel 906, Kennel, Spiders. You're throwing words like darts in the dark or Mrs.
Yo, even Titi is saying that he shouldn't have took Rashford off when he brought on Watkins. Like, Titi just said that. Titi was like, him and Jamie Carragher just said that he should have left Rashford on. Because Rashford was playing a really good game.
Yeah, and he was in form. You could tell, like, he's feeling himself. And
Yeah, he made mistakes with his substitutions. But the Villa fans will probably know this. How do you take off the guys who are causing the most havoc? Do you know what I mean? It don't make sense.
I have one thing to say about the Ballon d'Or, okay? I feel like, it's lost its credibility. I'm replying to Jolly's comment. It's lost its credibility, but I feel like with Haaland on the international level, him and Odegaard, they don't do nothing for their national team. So like,
Doctor,
so
one thing is this about the Ballon d'Or is this, man. We don't even know what is the criteria is being used to judge to give that award. Because
true.
I've seen time
agree with you.
Whereby Messi did not do anything, I still won it.
And I agree with this criteria is messed up because there's people that are actually been good for like an exceptional level, like Lewandowski, and then like because his national team lets him down, like he would never win it. You know,
even Luis Suarez went head-to-head with Messi and Ronaldo, beating them to the Golden Boot twice.
Yeah, and let me just say on the Luis Suarez front, okay, it's going to come out of hate because I actually don't like him.
Bias. I already know.
Don't ever say his name with Ballon d'Or because he's never going to deserve that shit.
Why?
Oh my God. Why? Why? I don't care if he scored 100 goals a season. You know what? Okay, I just said it was bias. So I've never been like.
I was thinking, raw doctor's cooking, yeah. What's it like? She don't like Suarez, yeah.
Hot.
Yo, that spider's massive behind you. Bro, the only thing massive behind me is how hard you're trying to make these spider jokes land. At this point, I'd rather take a rep in the
What
face and
is
your
going on, Riley? Yo,
he said, "Don't bother Riley." Who keeps on doing this?
Oh my God, Riley's on smoke today, bro.
Who is doing this?
Riley is legit on smoke.
And Riley's reply is that like more than just.
Listen, all you man them in the chat. I think we have to set up a boxing match because
yeah,
you guys are on Riley today, and obviously Riley wants to throw hands in it, rights and lefts for you, man.
Riley turned into Joelington today, like somebody said in the chat.
Right? Riley come out swinging, brethren.
He's Joelington.
Haymakers and them thing. Riley talking about top bin scoring, like.
Yo, okay. Talking about swinging, guys, on Instagram a few minutes ago, Vinicius says tomorrow 9 p.m. Be there.
Vinicius better.
Vinny needs to get his life together because he
up, man.
He ain't doing one thing. Like I don't really care what. I don't even care what he does for Real, but he ain't doing nothing for Brazil right now. He pissing me off.
Don't get me wrong. I like Vinny, yeah. But Vinny, you see when Ronaldo did the pray for Atletico, like that one hit differently. Yeah. I'm not sure if Vinny should have made this post right.
Honestly, man.
Because I believed Ronaldo when he said pray for Atletico. I believed him.
Yeah.
What did he do? I think he scored a hat trick or something.
Yeah, an hat trick, yeah.
He killed them.
So
this guy, man.
Imagine you're losing a tie. Imagine you're losing the tie.
Keep quiet,
and then he puts out a message, pray for Atletico, and then he kills them.
By the way, I actually like the comment for Montana. It says that I have turned into Joelinton. Joelinton, really? If you want a comparison, at least pick a player whose team's been solid for years. Gravital's work ethic is way stronger than any Premier League comparison.
Which player should we have picked?
Riley is going off.
Yeah, Montana was just complimenting you, Riley. You can't.
Do you know what? But do you know what? Fair play to Montana, anyways. And do you know what? If I were to support Newcastle, the player I would pick was obviously Joelinton. Do you know what? Fair play to you, Montana. I'll take that back. But there you go.
Okay, right.
Riley's work.
Riley's like anybody can get it today. Anybody.
My favorite player in Newcastle has got to be Isak. So Isak, if you're watching, mate, we need you at Man United.
No.
We can't afford Isak, Balitech.
Joelinton.
Are you telling me you lot will turn down Isak at United?
I didn't say turn him down. I'm saying we can't afford him.
Oh no, yeah, we can't afford him. Yeah, it's only a dream, isn't it? A guy can dream, man.
That's what I said. I didn't say I don't want him. I said we can't afford him, brethren.
A guy can dream, bro. Like that is. I would love that sort of caliber of a striker at Man United, but unfortunately,
we can't afford Isak. The money they're gonna want for Isak, man, you ain't even got half of that.
The problem is the type of strikers that we got now, that's what we can afford. So if we go and buy another guy, he's going to look like them guys. I'm not going to lie to you. So until we can start buying proper strikers, you get strikers that don't like the back of the net. They're allergic to it.
150 mil for Isak, says Yale. That would, I'd want to buy
Pay
Isak.
the money, man. Pay the money.
For real.
That's been us for time, though.
If they said to you, right, you get 4 big players, in the summer. So when I say big players, I mean 4 players for around about 50 mil each, right? Or you get 6 players, they're all cheaper, but none of them are like they're okay in their position. Like they can do a job, they can do their thing. They're not exactly rubbish, but they're not great either. Are you taking the 4? Are you taking the 4, or are you just filling space?
So say the options one more time. So
say that again. Say that again.
So you get 4 £50 million worth players that can live up to their price tag in the summer, or you get 6 players, but they're not as good as they're decent, but they're not as top level as the £450 million players.
Nah, I'm taking the 450 million, 4/5.
So it's not necessarily about the numbers then. So for me, I thought, well, why don't we just go big on 4 players rather than trying to get 6?
But I've been saying that on all the streams I've been on. Like we need a couple of experienced players on that team.
I would go and buy 4 experienced players in the summer. That's
right,
what I
but
would
that's
do.
what I've been saying that. It don't gotta be expensive experienced players, but we need we need experience on the team. We need for one, we need an experienced striker. I could tell you that right away, right off the bat.
Yeah. I'm happy to get like 25, 26, 27. I'm happy to go and do that. I can't lie to you because this is the first year where I've been telling Man United, well, since the players that we have now, between probably last season, this is the first year that I've been telling other fans, we need a senior striker. That's never been a thing. We're talking about older strikers. If anything, we've been talking about getting younger strikers, right?
True.
Now we're talking about getting older players. Yeah. Because the age of the team is just the age of our strike force is not where it's at right now. Right now, it's like we're trying to run a creche. We're trying to run a kindergarten school right now.
That's the approach that Ineos want, though. They want the kindergarten.
Yeah, but they had said that, especially with this whole everything, all the news reports that are coming out about the lap.
Yeah,
they're saying that. They're saying Ineos wants to buy young. They don't want, because I think with them they think if they buy young, they don't gotta pay the money. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's Sir Jim said. We don't want Mbappe. We want to find the next Mbappe. That means, I mean, it's not impossible to go find like young really well. I mean, when you think about also, I don't know, like even look at Real Madrid's like future right now, how they have Camavinga, Tchouaméni, and Valverde. They have all these players that like they're not necessarily like old at all, but they're playing, pretty decent,
Right.
and good.
Can I just say one rebuttal? Can I just say a quick rebuttal to that, right?
Go ahead.
The problem is, and this is why I say the comparison is like I don't know how the person put it, but it's something that takes away your happiness, yeah? And the reason why I say this is because Man United, the Man United's owners are trying to compare us to Real Madrid, right?
Mm-hmm.
But Real Madrid only has to really compete with Atletico Madrid and Barcelona. Yeah, mainly Barcelona that they have to compete with, yeah?
Yeah.
Man United have to compete with pretty much a lot of teams in the Premier League, everybody in the top 10, because everybody in that top 10 is hungry and pushing to get into Europe. None of those teams are poor. They pretty much most teams have billionaire owners. They're all rich.
The statement you wanted to say was comparison is the thief of happiness, right? Of joy or something like that.
Yeah, something like that, right?
Yeah,
the idea that we're just going to be saying, but Real Madrid did something. This is Man United. Do you think you can go and sign all these £1 million kids and then they're going to just turn good at Man United with all the pressure and everything else?
Wow.
If this was a 2 to 3 horse race, I would say yes. But because the race, you're racing the top 10 best teams in the league, that's where the problems are coming into it. Because now I look at Bournemouth. Bournemouth have 3 or 4 players that will take out of their team. Like I look at even a relegated team like Southampton, there's at least a few players that would snatch out of that team. Yeah. So all the 20 teams have players, good players, yeah, in their team. And if you're not careful, you just get relegated. That's what people don't understand. So if they go and have a bad window where it's average to not the greatest, we will be fighting those bottom teams to stay in the league. And if we don't stay in the league, then what? Like, they might as well kiss goodbye to this random stadium that they're claiming they're going to build, because where's the money coming from?
Yeah.
Like, do you get what I mean? Like, if they don't invest like they're passionate about football next year, they need to forget about it. I'm just going to be real, because this season, we literally flirted with relegation. And it's only because the other teams below us were so crap.
Yeah.
That is the reason why we wasn't dragged into it further. But you can imagine every year that goes by, it's going to get even more competitive down there. And if you keep having rubbish transfer windows, you can't make these managers do miracles. Yeah? As much as we said, not we, but a lot of our other fan base was like, oh, Ten Hag, haram ball and all this, that, and the third. What did you want him to do with Rasmus Højlund? What did you want him to do? Did you want it to turn him into Pele? Like, it's asking too much.
Yeah.
It's asking too much. Like, previous managers had strikers like Lukaku, and even though our fan base said that Lukaku was rubbish, Lukaku still scored 27 goals in his first season. His second season, I think he scored like 16, 17, and they said it was rubbish. So he got hounded out the club. He left. Fair enough. If you're saying Lukaku's not good enough and the standard should be higher, but today, fast forward to today, 72 million on Rasmus Højlund, and what is he giving us, bruv? The level of where the strike then to where it is now is below the ground. Yeah. It is below the ground. And I'm not being funny, but when I was growing up, I didn't see relegation level strikers at my club. Today, I'm seeing relegation level strikers at my club. Yeah, this guy has only scored, 2 goals in the Premier League, I believe, or 3?
Oh, Lord.
Is that not what relegation strikers are doing, though? Somebody else tell me.
Disgusting.
Yeah, look, 10 goals, I think.
Yeah.
Actually,
fun fact here from Stephanie, Spurs have scored 22 more Premier League goals than United, 60 versus 38, and are below us to make it make sense. Crazy. They've scored 60, we've scored 38. How
now
it's a what you're saying, Bali Tech, it's literally like a consequence of that. There's this comment right here from Temba that, like, actually, imagine this: we get 5 players: Costa, Frimpong, Gyökeres, Cunha, Ignacio. Our club immediately improves by more than from more, like we move from like whatever 13th to 6th, 7th, 5th, 6th, somewhere in that area. And all you need
it's an improvement.
It's a major improvement, and with like some young kids from the academy, you could put together something that could that could be worth watching next season. Definitely no idol, but like it's worth watching and seeing that, like, oh, we will push teams to the end for domestic cups. We will challenge if we're in Europe with these players. Right here, well, cooking.
Do you know one thing about the Glazers is that I remember, was, well, at least under the the Woodward and all the people around that sort of era. What I remembered was anytime we didn't come into the Champions League places, they would spend a lot of money to get us back in there. But it seems like Ineos's strategy is if we don't get into the Champions League, we spend even less money getting there. So they've already
No.
warned
It's
us.
not that, Tech. It's at this point because of the mismanagement over the years by the Glazers, like what you're saying, and spending big money on players that they bring in, and then it doesn't work out, and then when they leave, we're still paying them, or they leave on a free and we don't get any money on our return. That money we don't have that kind of money anymore because they
I hear you.
mismanaged it so badly that now the situation that we're in, that we actually do need to go out and get, an experienced striker, and an experienced striker is going to cost money. We ain't got it.
If we don't win the Europa League, we have a lesser budget. This is what has
Almost
come out.
definitely.
So therefore, yeah, we might as well start messing around the champion and trying to buy the because I don't know how, like, we're not really trying to spend in the summer and then for me it just looks like we're fighting relegation with the guys that are coming up into the Premier League. That's what it looks like to me if we're not going to spend money. I'm just going to be real with you guys. The reason why is because all the other teams are going to spend money. They don't have the financial constraints that we do. Yeah, they don't have it. Yeah, so they're ready to spend in the summer, and we're just ready to fill gaps with random players. Yeah, so good luck to us next season if we don't win that Europa.
Bro, you saying that makes me think that Ruben Amorim would have been more successful with Ed Woodward than with these new guys.
I personally believe that. Because at least
there is no we are in debt with Ed Woodward. He will find some way. We've heard this. We go into a transfer window, we don't have money, and next thing we break the bank, and then we bring in
if these men have already prepared, yeah, and this is the thing about austerity measures, yeah. When these men are like, oh yeah, we're just preparing for the Europa League for the next 5 seasons. Who does this? For the next 5 seasons, yeah, your prediction is Europa League. Yeah. That's the club's predictions. Shit. It's nasty work.
Actually, I've had the question for Will asking, am I receding when you have to sign Sancho in the summer? Right. Will, you're out here asking about changing Sancho like you're some sort of transfer expert. You still got the mentality of the fan watching highlights at half time. Chelsea signing Sancho isn't a recede, it's a power move. Meanwhile, you're stuck here trying to figure out which relegation fight your team's going to be in next season. I say focus on that, but we all know you'd rather go on about a loan player that's like that's the only thing keeping your hopes up. Sit this one out here, mate.
I don't know how we got here, but we're here. Oh man.
But yeah, like obviously for me, yeah, like normally, like I don't know. Do you know what's happened to me over the years? Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, you're that happy-go-lucky Man United fan. You're gassed. Yeah, we're gonna beat everyone. They ask you, oh yeah, what's the score between Manchester United and such? You're like, yeah, 3-0, bro, 3-0. We're gonna give them a 3-0 slapping. Now, over the years, you've become a bit more realistic. They're asking me, oh, what do you think the score is going to be against such and such? And you're like, bro, I don't know, bruv. I'm not even that confident. Like, I don't know. Maybe 2-1 to us, maybe? Skin of our teeth type of thing. Like, sometimes you can't even predict the win. Maybe you're saying 1-1 draw, like, because this team, they're criminals, bruv. We got a criminal goalkeeper, we got criminal strikers, we got criminal midfielders, we got criminal wingers. And when, they decide, that big games are coming up, they're like, oh, yeah, boss, by the way, I'm injured. So, You know, and then we got people like Luke Shaw at home playing Call of Duty with Mason Mount. So this is normal for this club, bruv. This is normal. But then the managers, our last two managers, are supposed to make miracles. Like Mason Mount is, like it or love it, he's meant to be one of the generals in the team. He's played, what is it? I think it's less than 10 matches for us. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that, but he hasn't played more than 20 matches for us. Yeah. So, but he's met in 2 seasons, and he's meant to be a general in the team. Luke Shaw, how many games has he played under the previous regime? Yeah. So we're saying these managers are rubbish, yeah. But these two, especially Luke Shaw and Mason Mount, are supposed to be the generals in their team. These are big players. That's like going to another team. If you take any team, you take out 2 of their main players, like let's say a Van Dijk. Let's say a Van Dijk and what's that winger that they have? The South American winger that they have.
Diaz.
Liverpool. Yeah, you take out Diaz out of their team, it's just problematic for them. It's problematic. Luke Shaw is one of our best players if he's fit, but he never gave none of that service to Ten Hag, really, and neither did Mason Mount. And now they're doing it again. Like these are the curses that are plaguing us. Yeah, we can't get rid of these men and replace them with other main men. And now Lissandro's joined the injury crew for the last couple of seasons now. I don't know where we're going, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. It worries me that our season was hinging on is Aiden Heaven gonna be fit? Is Ahmad coming back to fitness? Is this is where we're at now. We're worried if Ahmad and Aiden Heaven is coming back. This is meant to be Ahmad's breakout season. Yeah. We shouldn't be worried whether he's coming back or not. But now we have to worry. We're sweating. Is he going to be fit for the next game against Leon? Because we need to go through. We need to go through.
Speaking of Leon, by the way, I know we'll do a proper preview tomorrow morning. But Football Fan Zone as a team here. He says Amorim has to field a strong side against Leon on Thursday. Here's the selection: Onana, Mazraoui. First of all, Onana. Okay, Mazraoui, Maguire, Euro. Strong.
Free Tom Heaton.
Can we just go on with the women's football update, please?
Wait, Riley, at the end of the show. Hold on.
Okay.
Not free Tom Heaton, Doc. I just heard that. I was testing my mom's blood pressure and I heard free Tom Heaton. Like, what?
Oh, if Tom Heaton plays, I'm going to have to get drunk before the match. That's all I know.
Yes. We're taking every time we're taking shots. We're taking action.
No lies. I only said that for chaos because I knew.
Of course.
Imagine he played. No, I'm not even gonna put that out in the universe. You know what? We're going through
season game, Doctor. This is the most important game.
Yeah.
Even for me, I have the if he dies type of attitude. Ahmad, if he can wear a shirt, if he can put on boots and ties, laces.
Oh, come on, no.
Bro,
because Xerxes is out, you know. Xerxes is out for the season.
Exactly what I was about to say.
Injured.
Where's the cohesion in attack gonna come from if Ahmad is on the bench or just watching? Where
Bruno? We have to hope and pray Bruno doesn't.
Bro, I'm saying I'm saying do a false 9, bro. That's what I'm saying.
They might have to bring one of these youngsters.
Load up the midfield and do a false 9, bro. Because
I don't.
They literally might have to turn to the academy for this game.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie to you. And
you
know the messed up thing is Cheeto can't play, bro. He's cup tied.
That's what pisses me off.
This is where register him.
Cheeto is
they
cup tied.
registered him as an academy boy, I think. So he has to be to play in Europe. I think he has to be part of the academy for like 2 years, and he only joined last year. It's something crazy. It's
technicality that
actually, do you know what you need to improve? I think you need to get wing backs. Yeah, solution is not to get Mbappe, but to get wing backs that is experience.
Maybe right, Riley. I think
if you look at it, Ruben Amorim's side don't need Mbappe. He can stay at Real Madrid. What Ruben Amorim definitely needs, 100%, is wing backs that are experienced.
You need Jeremy Frimpong.
Yeah,
honestly, you need someone.
I have a question.
And Grimadol as well. Grimadol from Bayer Leverkusen. You can get that guy as well.
Well, I have a question which is kind of twofold. You know, and I know I'm somebody who says we should let go of players who have gone, but Scott McTominay, you know, he scored like 9 goals in the Serie A, 9-ish.
Already.
Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. It was a mistake to sell him, but I think bringing him back just doesn't show like
on a loan 6 months, just 6 months.
What kind of rubbish is that? No, doctor, nah.
He's one of the ones that, you know how online I came across this question, and the person asked, what's that one player that's gone or retired that hurt you the most? And like mine, I think one of them has to be Scott McTominay. I'm sorry.
What? You said God or retired. So out of all the top ballers that we had at this club,
I said one of them. I said one of them. Like,
he wouldn't even be on my list, bro. When I think about it,
I said one of them. Wow, you guys
Eric Cantona pissed me off. That one was annoying. Yap Stam pissed me off. That one was annoying. These are flipping ballers I'm mentioning.
Doctor, when you say retirement,
no,
you change the scope so much. But if you just say like
Cristiano Ronaldo's departure was annoying.
No, I was all right with Cristiano.
No, I wasn't, bro. We were winning everything, and then he went to Real Madrid.
The first or the second time?
No, the first time.
Both times I was all right. The one that hurt me the most, Ruud van Nistelrooy. That's one. Patrice Evra when he left, because
Pat. When Pat left, I was upset when Pat left. First of all, when David left, I was, oh my God. When David left, I was devastated.
Departure was annoying.
Devastated. I was devastated when David left. When Ronaldo left, I knew Ronaldo was going. Like, I knew he was going. Because of how ambitious he was, I knew he was going. Riley, what was that? Di Maria. Di Maria.
No, I wasn't pissed that he left, to be
fair.
That
Argentina bastard shouldn't even come in the first place.
I apologize to all my Argentinian subscribers and the French subscribers for today's show. My apologies on that.
No, we're not apologizing to the French. Well, some of them. But,
actually, do you know what? It's the best because you only do apologize to all the Argentinians lot and all the French subscribers as well for today's show. We can only apologize. Do you know what? You deserve all of our love.
What are you saying, Butts? You wanna?
Nah. Speak for yourself, Riley. Speak for yourself, Riley. Don't talk for everybody else.
For Riley's harsh words on today's show.
Top bins. Riley said he's about to. Riley said he's about to score top bins on somebody.
Riley has scored 3 hat tricks today, and they're all top bins. So, we'll apologize.
Shall we come to the women's football updates very shortly?
You know, when you say the views of the panel is nothing to do with the host.
Yes.
There you go. Anyways, I love it. Oh, Mamma Mia. Right.
But don't worry, we got a mature audience, right?
Yeah.
So obviously,
Now,
like
Butt's audience is all adults, man. It's all adults. It's not
And
for the
It's
most
Riley and
part.
the adults. It's Riley and the adults.
It's Riley in with the
anyway,
adults,
and
firing
anyway,
shots left and right.
Right.
anyway, shall we come on to the women's football updates?
Okay, we're wrapping up the show, Riley. All right. Yeah, well, what's
Right.
the update? What's happening on
Well, we have a couple of updates to bring you today. Caitlin Ford scored twice as Arsenal kept their Women's Super League title hopes alive with a comfortable 5-1 win over Leicester City. With victory at the Emirates, Rennie Slager's side cuts Chelsea lead at the top of the WSL to 3 points. The Blues were yet to lose in the league this season, and 4 matches remaining, whilst Arsenal have 3. Meanwhile, England assistant coach Arjan Ferru-Rink is to leave as well at the end of the summer's European Championship to become head coach of the Netherlands team. The 30-year-old has worked with the Dutch compatriots in the agreement since 2017, where they led their home country to victory in the European Championship, and moved with her in 2021 when she took over the England head coach role. Tottenham goalkeeper Eleanor Heaps has signed a new contract with the club until 2028. Heaps, who joined the club in 2021, kept a clean sheet on her Spurs debut in the League Cup in November against Aston Villa. And Chelsea defender Khadija Buchanan has signed a contract.
As well, please say something about Man United women. Riley?
Well, actually, of course, I can. Well, guess what? For Manchester United, they have secured yet another trophyless season for Manchester City after their 2-0 win over their City rivals in the FA Cup semi-final. The Canadian international of Khadija Buchanan has signed a contract extension with Chelsea, has made 50 appearances for the Blues since joining in 2022, winning an FA Cup and 2 Women's Super League titles in her first 2 seasons. Before I sign off tonight, I got one final message for a couple of special individuals in the stream. Will United 99 and R10. You two think you can throw weak?
No,
bro. Nah, bro.
No.
What?
Nah.
What?
You should have let him speak.
You should have let him speak, Bots.
But I was ready.
Are you ready for it? Okay. He's about to finish, and this one is addressed to Will and R10. There we go. Riley, talk to them.
Thank you very much indeed. Before I sign off tonight, I got one final message for a couple of special individuals in stream. Will United 99 and R10. You two think you can throw weak shots at women's football, huh? Keep barking all you want, but the game's already passed you by. This isn't 2010 when your opinions still matter. Women's football is breaking records, filling stadiums, and Granny Raider could only dream of. Meanwhile, you two are stuck in the corner of irrelevance, thinking your outdated takes still hold weight. So here's reality. I'm not messing around. The future is already here, and you're just trying to catch up. Keep watching, but don't be surprised when your voice fades into the background whilst the women's game takes the stage in front of packed crowds and global audiences. The game's evolved, boys. You might want to catch up.
Bap. Riley emptied the clip. Whoop. Take that.
We will be there.
Them dead.
All right.
Riley, shut it down. Riley's for the women. Bots.
Yo,
Yes.
Riley, I support you the way you support women. It's inspiring, Riley. Big up yourself. Oh man.
Big up.
If you're a woman, find yourself somebody who loves you like Riley.
Yeah, please do.
And make sure, yeah, you show him that respect, yeah. I don't want to hear that you cheated or anything like that.
Yeah. Right. Riley's a good guy, man. Riley's a good guy. Big up Riley. Riley just emptied the clip, yo. Left no prisoners, none.
I'm defeated.
Undefeated, bro. Undefeated. Have a good night, Riley, okay?
Big up, Riley.
Yes, you too.
Big up. Just like that, mic drop. I think there's nothing more left to add on this.
Nope.
Hit the like button, subscribe, and yeah, watch out for Riley. Our 10. Football power.